What up, everybody? What up, Otto? I'm chilling, brother. I'm having a great night, actually. I'm having a great night because we got my new mic. We got my new mic delivered today. We're also running a doubleheader, second stream of the day, so I love that. But yeah, I'm having a great night, homie. I appreciate it. Hope you are too. And then Mike Co, let's go. Let's go, Mike Co. Let's go. I'm about to bust out the new mic. I'm still rocking the old one. I figured I would do it on stream for the boys. And then yes, we will be reacting to the Teofimo versus Shakur press conference, and then the UFC Vegas 112 media day with Royval and Kape. And that'll be it. This is like a bonus stream for the day. Alright, boys, I'm gonna bust out the new mic now. Everybody like the stream. Just go ahead and like the stream for me. And if you are not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, fucking I was picking some pimples on my face. Shit. It is what it is, boys. It is what it fucking is. I had to point it out, though. Alright. I'm really hoping this whole thing goes off without a hitch, but there could be an issue. We'll see. It would just be the cord, though. The cord I'm using, it could be shot, but let's hope not. There's no way the mic's gonna be broken. So if any issues happen, it's because of the cord I'm about to use. And in that case, I'll have to buy a new one. Damn, no padding in this bitch? Look, they just fucking delivered it. No fucking padding. $300 mic, no padding is crazy work. I'm sure there's padding in here, though. Alright, boys, we got the new mic. Shout out Tuxedo Mask. If Tuxedo Mask in the motherfucking building, Tuxedo. Shout out, homie. What you think? And I also checked out Dr. Something, whatever you recommended yesterday. And he got a cool thing going on. Maybe I could do that sometime. But yeah, once again, shout out to motherfucking Tuxedo for all those donos, homie. Shout out to you for this new mic. I think it comes with a stand, too. Jew says he packed that himself. I figured, Jew. Shout out, Jew. Probably hand-delivered that shit, too. Alright. New mic alert. Oh, and then I saw CP say, you're in SoCal? Yeah, I'm in SoCal, homie. I'm in SoCal. Hopefully I don't have to, like, download an app. I probably don't. I'll be fine. Yeah, I'm not going to use the stand either for now. Here it is, boys. Nah, but for real, shout out to my mom. Shout out to my mom because she bought me the shit. For real, shout out to my mom because she bought me the shit. But also shout out to Tuxedo for always helping me out. Miata boy. I don't watch basketball, but the Lakers suck. I don't really watch any sports either other than UFC. I used to keep up a little bit when I had cable, but I don't got cable. All I got is like Netflix, ESPN, which I'm gonna cancel, and I'm soon to be a Paramount subscriber. And that's pretty much all I got. And then I go on YouTube. Who's on the Lakers? LeBron still, right? And then his son and shit. Oh, here's the stand. We don't need to set up the stand yet. Inland Empire? No. That's where Sean Strickland's from, though. I am from Orange County. What up, Dylan? This is the stand, so maybe I'll bust out the stand later. But I got this thing. So we're going to try this one out. What's poppin', Dylan? And yeah, Mike Co, I'm in Orange County, homie. Orange County. Orange County, like, probably one of the best parts of Southern California, I'd say. If you know Laguna Beach, shit, I'm right there. Okay, unveil the mic. Here it is. Got the new mic. Oh, they do provide this USB cord thing. And yeah, maybe I can just use the USB cord. That would be easier. Alright, I'm gonna use the USB cord. Let me see here. How do I do this? Oh yeah, I gotta eject this device. Do that down here. Here we go. Eject my hard drive. Safe to remove. Yeah, and then when I got some more time, I'll set it up with the other shit. Twist this. Hey, Ruby Z said he graduated from Cal State University Fullerton. Yeah, I got a lot of homies that went to Fullerton. Shout out to Fullerton. I graduated from Long Beach, Ruby. I graduated from Long Beach. Cal State Long Beach. Wow, 130 to 116 Lakers are trash. Fuck the Lakers. No, I'm kidding. I used to like the Lakers. But I don't really watch basketball, so I don't got any stake in the game. So yeah, check out the new mic, boys. This is pretty much it right here. Just gotta figure out how to kind of... Something like this, huh? Yeah, something like this. Yeah, that'll be pretty good. Okay, and then you plug this bitch in. Luckily, I did this before with that mic. So that's why it's pretty seamless right now for me. Oh, motherfucker. What else we got in the chat? Oh, but yeah, but Ruby Z also added Miss the fuck out of Orange County. Pound for pound, one of the best locations for baddies. Yeah, you already know, Ruby. You already know, homie. If you go anywhere else, you're gonna be tripping. Like, yo, where the bad bitches at? I thought this shit was normal. You see, because this all I know in my whole life. You feel me, Ruby? This all I know in my whole life. But my homie, when he graduated high school, his parents moved to NorCal for a little bit. And I noticed, I was like, damn, there's no bad bitches out here. Like, you're fucked, homie. You're absolutely fucked. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. Not all of NorCal, but shit, he was like real NorCal. CSUOB, that's what's up. Yeah, it's a chill school. All right, let me see if this works. 1 second. Testing. Testing. How does it sound? That's got to sound pretty good, no? Jamal Hill mic. Yeah, I know. Minus the fucking red pot filter. Minus the red filter. I want to get a red one like Jamal. No, I'm playing. I'll get a different color if I end up getting one. Yo, but this shit dope. Look, it's got the little green light here when you're talking. See? Lights up. That's pretty dope. Casa Sanchez. What's Casa Sanchez? Yeah, shout out. Give me a rating, boys. Is this better or what? Is this better? Gotta be, right? Who knows what this little screw's for? Oh, for this. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Did the content just go up? Yeah, this is definitely better than a stand. Oh, and I could plug my headphone into that. I mean, it's all the same thing. All right, boys. This is pretty dope. I'm excited. Shout out to my mom once again. I know she's going to fucking watch this. And I'll give you a call after this. Shout out. Trying to put this shit back in the box. There we go. Alright. All right, everybody like the stream for my new mic. Come on now, what a special occasion this is. My new mic, like the stream. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'll go ahead and pull up the press conference now. Oh, Ruby Z goes, mic sounds good. It sounds like it isolates your voice and takes away background noise. Perfect, bro, because yeah, the fan for my computer was kind of ass. That's what you guys been hearing. Yeah, for sure. I can even see like the sound bar moving, and when I don't say anything, There's no background noise. But with this, I could always see the sound bar was moving a little bit because of the fucking fan. Hell yeah, boys. Hell yeah. Shout out Ruby for the fucking update on that. Good to know. Oh, Miata Boy saying you got to back up. Okay. I'll bring it down a little bit. Right here should be better. Sounds like a Discord call. Perfect. Discord sounds fire. So perfect. What else we got here? Oh yeah, a Mexican restaurant near Cal State University, Long Beach. It's pretty good. What's it called again? Costa Sanchez. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I ate at a bunch of places around there. That's the one thing about OC that I will say, boys, is that it doesn't have the best like cultural food spots. I just spit when I talked in case you saw that. But yeah, OC doesn't have as many. I mean, it does in Anaheim and shit, but South OC, it's kind of real basic out here. Like your average chains, it's pretty good. Maybe I'm just hating because I live here. Okay. All right, hell yeah, boys, hell yeah. We locked in on the new mic. What a day this is. Doubleheader stream. It was only right. Hey, and nobody's asked yet what room 40 is. No one wants to know what room 40 is? Nobody at all? We could also check this out. Although Mr. Versace isn't the best question asker, maybe these boys were just talking shit. We also got some sparring footage we can watch between them that I have bookmarked from earlier today. And then, I mean, we could just scroll X real quick. I haven't even scrolled X in a minute. And usually there's always something new when I don't scroll for a minute. Oh, Neon had a 25K BJJ tournament we got to watch, not going to lie. Okay, Miata boy. Got you. Dylan, what's room 40? Room 40's nuts, homie. Room 40's nuts, homie. Tio was going off on Shakur with the fucking Diddy jokes. He also had another one. I think it was Ligma or something like that. Ligma balls, something like that. I forget. That's why I spoiled it. But you'll hear it in here. And Miata boy, once again, we will watch that. Shout out for that. We'll definitely watch that. Any name brand guys that compete in Miata boy, or are they all like no name Killcliff guys? I would love if like Robbie Lawler competed in that. At least a couple name brands. Shout out to everyone watching. Gaethje reacts to Arman Sarukian wanting to help him ahead of the Paddy Pimblett fight. He goes, from my perspective, that was more of him trying to go against Paddy rather than help me. I'm not going to go and start making drastic changes in my training camps. Arman would be a great training partner, but ultimately I might have to fight him one day, so I think that'd not be smart. That'd be not smart. I got you. You boys know DDG used to be a decent boxer?
Jack. Okay. Jack.
Shout out to James. He goes, Jimmy Jam James, the homie. Your mic is pecking. You need to turn it down. How's it now? How's it sound now, Miata boy? Is it a little bit better? Thanks for the updates. Hopefully I can get this one right. James said, "Hey, I'm not gay for you, but I love your show. Hey, I'm not gay for you, but I love your show in a not gay type of way." James, I love you too, homie, okay? Love you too, homie. In a not gay type of way. You feel me? We on the same tip, James. Miata Boy says it's better now. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Miata Boy. RDR, RoboCop, and Burns and other Kill Cliff guys. Perfect. Awesome. Damn, I kind of missed the striking, though. How's DDG's hands? Yeah, you're not bad. You can tell he's done that before. All right, let's get back to the real fighting. What the hell is the Grand Ole Opry? Jelly Roll breaks down in tears after his lifelong dream of being invited to become a member of the Grand Ole Opry came true at the end of Joe Rogan's show. Rogan surprised the singer with a message from country music artist Craig Morgan. No clue. Ah, Frezium. We like Frezium. He a beast. Shakur says, Ryan's every bit of 190. 190 is crazy, bro. He ain't 190. Shakur, you have no clue what 190 is if you think Ryan's 190. Tio and Shakur arguing about Shakur having too many brothers in boxing. Yeah, Shakur does have a bunch of homies in boxing. Shakur, I'm slow, right? Mentally, I'm talking about slow in the boxing ring, right? Okay, so it looks like there was some good trash talk here. It's getting reposted already. We're going to watch the press conference, and we're going to watch the media day. Last video we'll see is this one right here.
Y'all be. Wait. That's cap.
They say Habib married his third cousin. I don't know.
Y'all be wildin', bro. Y'all gotta chill, bro.
About that. I don't know who that man married. I know he married, but I don't know who that man married.
What'd he say?
Y'all be.
Married his. Wait.
That's cap.
They say Habib married his third cousin. I don't know.
Y'all be wildin', bro. Y'all gotta chill, bro.
About that. I don't know who that man married. I know he married, but I don't know who that man married. Love his life. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right.
He married the love of his life.
The love of his life.
You trying to have you say shit about motherfuckers that
That's
run
a fact.
running
A
like
confirmed
40,
fact.
like 40 deep. Yeah, bro. I like to just hang out with my people and go be there, hanging out. I won't have to bring a mob.
Dagestanis. They do roll deep.
They be deep as hell.
Okay. John Perez saying, what'd you think of Cruz Roach? Honestly, I didn't watch it because I was streaming for the UFC 323 pay-per-view. I wish I got to see that, but I caught the highlights and it looks like Cruz performed pretty well. Gave Roach a tough fight. Ended up being a draw. So, Roach was getting hyped up a lot after that performance against Gervonta, but now I think his stock has dropped a little bit after that performance against Cruz. You feel me? Lewis versus Blades was staged. And then Miata Boy said, chin out in the air, just asking to be chin DDG. Shout out to DDG. UFC was good too. It was. But I wish I got to see the whole fight of Cruz versus Roach. I hate when that shit overlaps. America First also said, Shakur about to get chinned. Chin checked by Tio. Shakur, America First, we're watching it right now. We're going to get it started right now. And then you also said, Marab about to chin check Yawn at the White House. Hill playing Legend of Zelda. Marab crashed out today on Peter Yawn. Shout out to Marab for that. Okay, let's take a look at the press conference. Kickoff press conference streamed 11 hours ago. Shout out to everyone watching. Like the stream now and subscribe if you're not subscribed before we get started on the presser.
In live. And defending Ring Magazine and WBO Junior Welterweight Champion of the World, known as the Takeover, Teofimo Lopez.
Out of my man America first.
And now we hand things back over to your host, Mr. Chris Mannix.
And Miata boy, you're right. Murat basically got 50-45. He lost everything but the first round.
January 31st, right here at the Mecca of Boxing, Madison Square Garden, headlined by a 140-pound showdown between Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson, live and exclusively on DAZN. So for generations, the Garden has been home to some of boxing's biggest fights, from the first two between Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier, Evander Holyfield against Lennox Lewis, Miguel Cotto's thriller against Shane Mosley, and more recently, we saw a terrific one between Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. If it isn't the best against the best, the Garden isn't interested. Now, January 31st, we will get the best against the best. Teofimo Lopez, the former 135-pound king, now the lineal and Ring Magazine champion at 140, coming off a dominant performance against Arnold Barboza last May. And Shakur Stevenson, one of the most decorated fighters in the sport, an Olympic silver medalist, a 3-division world champion, who will look to conquer a 4th weight class next month. I'm going to talk to the fighters, talk to some of the people around him, but first, to kick things off, I want to go to Rick Reno, the Chief Operating Officer of Ring Magazine. And Rick, it's been a pretty good run for the Ring. Terrific card this past month, another one coming on December 27th with Naoya Inoue. And January 31st, I don't think this one can miss.
No, we took the show on the road for the last couple of events, London, Riyadh. As you mentioned, we got Ring 5 coming up in a couple of weeks in Riyadh. And we're now returning to New York City for our 3rd time and our first event at the Mecca of Boxing, Madison Square Garden. And for such an iconic venue, we wanted an iconic...
America first, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty much eating sticky rice. That's basically always how I make it. Shit's fire. Some salmon and rice, boys. Salmon and rice.
Champion, who is the challenger, Shakur Stevenson.
What up, AD?
You know, like you said, we've had fireworks.
What up, AD kid?
At our last couple of events, and I expect nothing less than fireworks in this fight. You know, these two guys, Teofimo and Shakur, are the future of this sport. They're two young guys, well accomplished in their own respective rights, and they're laying it all on the line in this fight. And only one of them is going to walk away with the Ring title that night. Tickets go on sale tomorrow. I would advise you to get those tickets as soon as you can, because they're going to go quick. And if you can't be there live, watch it live and exclusively on DAZN, and hope to see everyone there. Back to you, Chris.
Thank you, Rick. This fight, of course, will be co-promoted by Matchroom Boxing, and no one knows better than Eddie Hearn that anything can happen here at Madison Square Garden, even one of the biggest upsets in heavyweight boxing history. You've also had some good moments here, Eddie, at MSG. What are you expecting on January 31st?
Yeah, thanks
That's Mr. Versace AD kid. He kind of goofy. His whole gimmick is being rich, I guess. I don't know. One of the most goofiest gimmicks you can have.
Both of the guys are the respective kings of their division. Teofimo Lopez, the #1 guy.
And yeah, Miata boy, Conor did have great performances at his press conferences with Mayweather. Cannot deny it. Although Mayweather had his moments too, McGregor definitely did well. Especially that one in the ring where he like touched his bald head and shit. That was
for
out of
me,
pocket.
The absolute mecca of boxing. And speaking to Joel and Sal, the incredible team at the Garden, the pre-sale numbers are through the roof. This place will be full to the rafters on January 31st. You've got Newark against Brooklyn, but more importantly, you've got two generational great fighters. In Teofimo Lopez, a guy that beat the man at 135, up at 140. But this guy to my right, when you talk about chasing greatness, 28 years of age and trying to become a 4-division world champion on January 31st. Look at the names in the history that have done it. Roy Jones Jr., Pernell Whitaker, Sugar Ray Leonard, Thomas Hearns, Juan Manuel Marquez. Greatness only gets appreciated over time. Let's acknowledge what we're about to see on January 31st. This is two guys in their absolute prime. And we should be very, very lucky. In a sport that's dominated by money, and these fighters deserve every penny they get, these guys are chasing legacy. And that's so motivating to be involved in an event like this. And the undercard will be announced in due course. Frank Smith and the brilliant guys at Seller and Ring Magazine. Rick, thank you very much. This is just an incredible event to be involved with. But just take it in and enjoy what we're about to see. Two great fighters in their prime, putting it all on the line for their legacy in the sport. Can't wait, January 31st. Of course, as always, live and exclusive on the global home of boxing, DAZN.
AD Kid, this will be a good fight. This will be one you want to tune into. Teo versus Shakur, two really good boxers, two boxers who competed in the Olympics. I think two like silver medalists in the Olympics. So definitely a fight you want to tune into. Not a spectacle like the rest of them. Let's listen to Teo Senior, Teofimo Senior. He always got something to say. Live on Buff, baby. Fuck. My bad, my bad. America First. Oh. Damn, America First. Some live breaking news from Orange County. America First says, Brandon, you live near Anaheim High School. You hear what happened earlier today? I don't, but, you know, that's about like 30 minutes away from me. Car plows into Anaheim High School running team, injuring 8 students. Possible DUI. Damn, bro. Injuring 8 students. What a dumb motherfucker. Track team's like out there running cross country or some shit. And some dude just hit him. That's insane. Hopefully those students are all right. Shout out to them. And definitely if it's a DUI, lock that dude up. What a dummy. Shout out America First.
Huge Senior. It's
I like where you're going. Go.
So anyway, technical fight. Let's see what Shakur is going to show up. I hope it's the Shakur that fought William Cepeda, you know, but we're ready for anything. You know, Teofimo Lopez brings excitement to the sport. Every time he comes to fight, he comes to fight. So you already know what he does. You know, Madison Square Garden, he's the best when he's the underdog. And, you know, just to put it out there, we never lost to any southpaw in his whole career. And I'm talking about the amateurs.
We got Teo writing in his journal. Who knows what he's writing? Teo always up to something, though. He a fucking character. Teo Senior saying, we never lost to a southpaw. Shakur southpaw. Let's see. Let's start a poll. Who gonna win, Teo or Shakur? I know where America First stands on it. America First said, yeah, out on the sidewalk. That's why I don't work out. Damn, bro. That's insane, America First. Why is everyone on stage dressed like old Italian guys? Because they're fucking hypnotized by designer, bro. Designer ain't the end-all, be-all. You feel me? All the designer in the world couldn't give you swag. You either got it or you don't. And a lot... Look at these boys. Come on now. Come on now. Teo Senior could have been rocking some Ray-Bans and it would look better than those. Those like $5,000 glasses. You feel me? What up, HT? What's poppin', HT? And San Bernardino. Shout out San Bernardino. John Perez.
For 200 fights, we never lost to southpaw. This guy's not going to be the number one.
Mike, I'll give you a chance to weigh in on the back end of that. For you, why was this the right fight for Teofimo?
There's only one best fighter in the world, and I think that the winner of this fight very likely will be the best fighter in the world, and they're both in their 20s. This is a historic fight. It's in the right place in a historic arena, and it's just, Teo always talks about legacy and becoming part of history, and this is a big part of that.
No question about that. On the other side, James Prince, you and Josh Dubin have expertly guided the career of Shakur Stevenson since the very beginning. 3-division world champion, now going for his 4th division title, but making the jump right to that title shot right away. Why, in your opinion, why was this the right fight for Shakur?
Miata boy, that's a great point. The fighters should be talking, shouldn't they? Let's go ahead and skip past it. Oh, this boy's yapping for a minute. 85 seconds. Way too. Oh, longer. Over 100 seconds of yapping, homie. You know, Teo Sr. is worth listening to. Teo Sr. worth listening to.
That's what we want.
Lomachenko against Josh Taylor. What do you think that Shakur is going to bring out of your son?
Well, I hope he brings the best, because that's what we want. You know, we want a great fight. We want a competitive fight. We do this for the fans, you know. Ever since my son started this, you know, I told him, you know, this is entertainment. This is the entertainment business, and we're here to entertain the crowd. And I think Shakur is going to bring it. So, you know, I'm hoping it's going to be a great fight. I want everybody to come and see it. If you can't, you know, just watch it on TV.
You've had to come up with some good game plans over the years to beat some great fighters, Lomachenko, Taylor, among them. How difficult is this man, Shakur Stevenson, to prepare for?
Well, I see their weakness. That's what I do. You know, we broke the code with with Loma that nobody had ever done. You know, we didn't let him get comfortable in there. You saw that, you know, within like 8 rounds, he didn't know what to do. I did the same thing with Josh Taylor, and we're going to do the same thing with Shakur.
All right. We'll start with the fighters now. We'll start over here to my left with Shakur Stevenson. You're nodding your head as you listen to Teofimo Sr. Any reaction to what he just said?
I'm not none of them fighters. I think that he did some great things against them guys. I seen a lot of weaknesses in his game too, and something that he said earlier, he said, Teo never lost to a southpaw. Well, I never lost to an orthodox. So it ain't no different, but
the difference is you never fought no elite fighter.
Okay, I don't think y'all did either.
Oh, so you got to show it, baby.
I don't think y'all did either. I ain't seen.
Not on my side.
I mean, Teo Sr. got a point. Shakur don't got no point. Come on now. Come on now. Teo fought elite fighters. Shakur hasn't fought elite fighters. It's a truth. That's crazy that he's calling like Lomachenko not an elite fighter and shit. Like, yeah, maybe he might have been older at the time he fought him, but shit, bro. I mean, nobody saw Teo going in there and doing what he did to Loma. Nobody saw that coming. And I forget the other guy from Australia. What's that guy's name from Australia? George Kambosos. Yeah, George Kambosos. I mean, he lost to Kambosos, but shit. That's an elite fighter. Richard Comey, also pretty good as well. Undefeated Arnold Barboza. Shakur's resume not as good as Teo's. Unbroken says, good evening, Slap fam. I have no idea who these two criminals are. Shout out Unbroken. We're going to do the UFC Vegas 112 Media Day after this. Ruby Z says, that Josh Dubin guy was the one who took a murderer to the JRE podcast. It turned out that guest was a serial killer. Josh Dubin is sitting next to Shakur. LOL. Damn, thank you for that insight, Ruby Z. I know what you're talking about with that killer that went on JRE. I'll take a look at this guy. Josh Dubin. It's always that way. Promoters, trainers, and the actual boxers, you know how. Or if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Yes, we know. We know. Shout out to everybody in the chat.
I ain't seen Lomachenko throw no punches.
You've never been on a big stage like this.
I didn't see Lomachenko throw punches.
You've never been on a big stage like this.
I didn't see Lomachenko throw punches.
Because we froze him.
Okay, you gonna see?
We gonna freeze you too.
You better not throw the towel in.
Come on, man. You out of your mind.
Okay.
Shit. My son fought without no air. My son fought without no air against Cambosos.
You can't fight for your son. You can't fight for your son.
You gonna tell me, man? Come on.
You can't fight for your son.
I bet you gonna quit.
Yeah, okay, you gonna see.
All right?
Shakur, we've heard Senior say a couple of times or bring up the Zepeda fight, maybe kind of hoping that you fight that style. Do you think they're trying to get you out of your game in that way?
I will be 100 times better come fight night against Teofimo Lopez than I was against Zepeda. 1,000 times better. Faster, sharper, stronger, mentally more on point, and I can't wait.
You said a couple of times now you see some holes in Teofimo's game. I know you don't want to give away your game plan at the kickoff press conference, but where are the weaknesses? Where are some of the weaknesses in his game?
A lot of the weaknesses is in his mental. I think it's more mental than anything. And I'm going to expose it.
You said in your last fight that you proved you were a dog against William Zepeda. What do you want to prove in this one?
That I'm the best. I want to show the world that I'm the best. After this fight, I want to be considered top 5 pound-for-pound fighter in the sport, and I can't wait to show it.
You said this week that you were in for a rude awakening when you get to 140. What do you think he's in for when he goes up against you?
I think he just don't realize how good I am. I think come fight night, he's going to realize that I'm going to take it to another level that he has never seen before. So if he's expecting the Lomachenko, the Josh Taylor fight to happen, it won't be that type of fight.
Teofimo, let me start with first, I've noticed you're doing a lot of reading and a lot of writing there as this pressure's been going on. What have you been kind of jotting down over the last few minutes?
Yo, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Yo, for real, y'all not excited for this? Yo, hey, production, can y'all put the echo down a little bit? But listen, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm just, just doing some self-work. That's all it is. But nevertheless, man, shout out to the Knicks. NBA semifinals against the Orlando Magic. That's up, coming soon. Let's go Knicks. I'm excited for that. And yeah, man, y'all not excited, man? This is 2 of the guys that they say is the best of the best. About to lace it up here in beautiful Madison Square Garden, the mecca of boxing, January 31st. Chris Mannix, I'm happy, man. I'm grateful, thankful, blessed. And gonna have Shakur jigger my,
You said you're going to do what?
Jigger my balls.
What? Pause, bro.
You fell for
wild,
that shit.
bro. Why you always doing that, bro?
He came with the Diddy jokes. Yes, he did. Tio Sr. and Shakur's trash talk was better than Tio Jr.
Niagara Falls.
To Niagara Falls.
Teofimo, you could have gone a few different directions for your next fight. Done a unification at 140. You've talked in the past about moving up in weight. Why was this the right fight for you?
Hold on, I'll tell you what.
Fuck you too, nigga. Fuck wrong with you.
I mean, come on now. Like, he's saying this, he's saying that in the third, but in reality, man, this guy is the best, and we're here to face the best. And that's just what it is. Forget the rest. That's all it is, man. That's what it takes. You know, we define the odds. We're against all odds. And to DraftKings and to all the betting odds out there, make sure you keep the odds in highly favored in Shakur. I got a lot of people that are starving, and you know they need to make their money. So, for sure.
All right, before we continue, Rick Reno's handed me his phone, and Turki Al-Sheikh is on the line here and wants to say something to both fighters. Everybody up on stage. Your Excellency, you are live here at the press conference.
What's up, Daddy?
Turkey?
What's up, Daddy? Shout out Turkey for getting the shit booked, though. For real, shout out to Turkey. If it wasn't for Turkey, this shit probably wouldn't even be happening. He's the one who opens up the fucking pocketbook. He opens up his wallet. Louis, I saw you asked earlier, you're like, why is his dad up there? You know why his dad's up there. I can already tell you know why his dad's up there, but you don't like him up there, huh? I enjoy it, Louis. I enjoy it for the entertainment purposes. You've been watched a lot of the Teo fights, though. I can tell. William Zepeda showed he's there to be hit if you can get him back against the ropes. Ironically, Bobby Green smokes everyone on stage, not gonna lie. Shout out Bobby Green fighting this weekend. Oh, and then Louis also said, I think Teo will win, but Teo doesn't fight well going backward. I don't think Stevenson will go after him. Martin gave him a lot of trouble stepping back with a hook and a jab. All right, shout out to Louis for the insight. America first, fucking eating turkey. Teo looks like Max Holloway if he was stung by a bee. Isn't Teofimo the one that was racist towards Keyshawn Davis? I mean, yeah, Teo, I don't know like what you want to call it, but that video, yeah, Dylan. That video you're talking about, yeah, that's Teo. That's Teo. That's Teo. Good looks on that.
How all my friends in New York, how's Eddie and all the camps? I was watching live, the conference started. I feel I want to sleep. What is this? Is this conference for fight or what? Do you need to know the result of this conference, of this fight? The result of this fight in May, there is a big fight. If it is Shakur, there is a big fight for Shakur. And if it is Tamolivo, it's a big fight for Teo. This is an important fight. And I am not got used to see Eddie come. I don't know why. Maybe because Versace is there. And I am happy to do business with Prince. Prince have great fighters, 3 great fighters. We will have a great relationship in the future to do this fight. This fight is the first step of a crazy map of boxing next year and the beginning of 27. This is not an easy fight. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Yeah,
Thank you, Turkey.
Hey, but Louis, what do you think about Teo's dad being his head coach and shit? Is that ill-advised? I feel like it kind of is, but I don't know. Obviously, they've lost and shit, but I don't know. Maybe Teo should get like a real trainer, not his dad. You feel me? Or no? I think you feel me, Louis. They both... Unbroken. Shout out Unbroken for critiquing the poster.
Well, the gist of it I got was that the winner of this fight's headed for a big one in the spring of 2026, May of 2026, and you guys will both look forward to that. Not to look past each other there, but Teofimo, just to follow up on kind of the thought process here in making this fight happen. What was right about a guy that used to be your stablemate for a lot of years?
Ain't no friends in boxing, man. This is what I'm trying to attest to right here, man. So, honestly, nevertheless, man, I see it as, look, when they presented the fight with Devin and all that, a lot of things had came in my way. but it all happened in perfect alignment. Devin didn't have no motion. As I was saying earlier, Shakur has motion. He did his thing. He looked outstanding against William Cepeda at the Louis Armstrong Stadium. And this is what you guys need. This is what boxing needs. This is why we're here. We're here to take over. Now we got this lightweight coming up to super lightweight to come over here and dethrone the champ. And this is why this is the fight. And this is why this fight is happening early 2026.
You did say, as I mentioned, Shakur, that you believe he's in for a rude awakening at this new weight class. You've been at 140 for a couple of years now. What do you think you're going to present to him on fight night?
All of the things that I learned at junior welterweight / super lightweight, everything that I learned has brought me to this moment here now. Every fighter that I faced in this beautiful weight class is going to now put me to the test and put all those attributes and all the things that I learned from every fighter that I face to now put it on display against Shakur Stevenson. And that is what I'm looking more forward to than anything else. Everybody else, listen, it's just horse shit, excuse my language. We got to get through him first. That's all it is. Hey, put him in front of me and we will beat them. And when it's all said and done, my hand will be raised once again and they will say the takeover.
Shakur, do you think the weight matters in this fight, going up the extra 5 pounds?
Honestly, no. I feel like Tio's not that much bigger than me. I think he kind of a little muscular, but that shit don't mean nothing. Muscle don't win fights, but
faster. You talking about room 40
faster.
though?
You said what?
You talking about room 40?
Yeah.
Room 40's nuts.
Faster. Yo, you pause, bro. What's up with
That's
you?
how we got
bro?
the thumbnail.
You been wild as
That's how we got the thumbnail. Room 40.
Fuck you hard. Real.
You been wild as Yo, you pause, bro. What's up with you, bro? You been wild as
Fuck you hard,
bro. Pause.
Fuck
bro.
you hard. Real hard.
Man, what do you say to that, bro? Like, you hear him, bro?
I'm not gonna lie, that's crazy from Tio. That's pretty crazy from Tio. I'ma fuck you hard, real hard. He took it all the way up there. He took it all the way there. Room 40's nuts wasn't enough. Lick my balls wasn't enough. He had to fucking go all the way. Goddamn, Tio. And Miata Boy, it's happening January 31st. It says it right here. January 31st. This is the launch press conference. We're going to have a couple more of these as things start to heat up.
Can't wait to beat him and shut him up, bro. Tio not on this level. Tio is...
And Louis saying, I thought he had another guy as his coach. I don't know. The way Tio Sr. was talking, it sounds like he's going to be the fucking head coach for this fight. For his biggest fight. Kind of interesting. We'll see. We will see, Louis. Tio, the Diddy of boxing. Are we on gay Cornhub? Yeah, Tio wild for that. I'ma fuck you hard, real hard is crazy. Crazy. I think that was the last of the Diddy jokes, though. We got about probably 10 more minutes left of the whole thing, and then they're going to get into the face-off. And then we'll move over to UFC Vegas 112 Media Day.
Fighter, but he's not on my level. I'm an elite level fighter, and come January 31st, I'm going to show it.
You've shown respect to him for his performances in the past, what he's done.
And yeah, Tio giving John Jones a run for his money for sure, Miata Boy. For sure. Even John Jones wouldn't say that. I mean, he probably would, but he hasn't yet. But shit, he might. Combat sports is the only sport that has quirky and weird characters like Teofimo, Conor McGregor, Wilder, and Yuri. Yeah, bro. That's why we love it. That is why we love it.
He's fought guys like Lomachenko and Taylor. You say that he's not on your level. Why do you think you're on just a different level than him?
Because I seen him at his best. Against Taylor, against Lomachenko, he was at his very best. That was the best he can do. I don't think he can do nothing better than that. So
self-projection.
What I seen from that fight, I feel like I'm way better than them guys. With Lomachenko, like I said, he didn't throw punches for 6
Objection.
rounds. For 6 rounds. So if you ain't throw punches for 6 rounds and you get in front of me,
and you was a
just don't know. I would have beat
man.
Lomachenko that night easy too. That's how I feel.
Fanboy of Loma.
Wait a second, you objected. Hold on a second. You just objected.
I like Lomachenko. I like Lomachenko.
You just objected. You want to tell him how much you like him again? I think you like him.
Are you
You keep telling him.
Objection. What?
Bro, Rick Reno needs to keep his fucking mouth shut. Dang, Rick Reno. Mr. Versace talking spicy to Shakur, bro. Pipe down, homie. All the money in the world can't allow you to talk to Shakur like that face to face. That's crazy.
Tell everyone.
False accusation.
You got a thing for him, right? It's okay.
Accusation.
We
I
accept you.
can't wait to beat this clown, bro. This dude is a clown.
Focus on me.
You better have
More
that chin
hair.
ready, baby. You better have it ready.
Real clown.
I already figured your ass out.
You
What
not
else, man?
fighting.
What else you got, man?
Yo,
Hey,
yo,
listen.
Senior, you're
And I only
not
seen
in the
10
ring.
seconds of your fight.
I seen you fight before.
I only
You
seen
can't
10
fight.
seconds of your fight. You're boring as hell,
Come on,
man.
bro. Stop it, bro.
Boring, man. You almost got knocked out. Even your
Oh
daughter
my
said
God,
you got
I almost
knocked out.
got knocked out. Tio got hurt his
Come
last
on,
fight
man.
too.
That is true. Shakur's daughter thought he got knocked out. That's true.
Didn't he get hurt
Cepeda
his last
dropped your
fight?
ass, man, if it wasn't for those ropes.
Did Tio get hurt his last fight?
My son don't be throwing
Did
punches,
Tio
man.
get hurt his last fight?
My
I
son
watched
don't be
him.
throwing punches,
I paid
man.
attention. Okay.
Nah, man. He sets him up, baby.
You can't fight.
He can't fight, yeah.
You can't fight.
All right.
And not
But he-
just fight for him. You can't
He
fight.
can teach and he can fight. He can
can't
teach.
fight.
He can teach.
We
and he
both
can
know
fight.
he can't fight.
Dynamic duo, man. Father and son, right here. There you got it.
Damn, Louis, that's the confirmation. That's the confirmation right there. I guess he is the head coach for this camp. Look at Tio's face as he says that, though. He's like, ah, fuck. Come on, Tio. Don't let your dad be your coach for this camp. That's what I would say. Loma is a smaller guy and had a injured shoulder. That's right. Loma was injured, right, Louis? He was. But, hey, he showed up. He showed up. I'm not going to take away from Tio for that. I'm not. Obviously, he showed up. He thought he could win. You know, that's on Loma. But I get what Shakur's saying there. I do get what Shakur's saying. That's why I didn't get on Shakur for saying what he said, for minimizing the win. Because, yeah, he did have a shoulder injury, but still, Tio beat him. They both showed up on the night. Tio got the job done. Nobody really thought he would. He shocked a lot of people. We all got to admit that. Loma, a respectful guy compared to a lot of boxers, and he doesn't even speak English, so why should he badmouth him? Who's badmouthing him? Shakur? Shakur badmouthing him, I mean, I don't think these guys said anything bad about him.
Let's do it.
I feel bad for you, man. For real.
I
I don't know why.
Just don't cry, bro. Don't cry
I
afterwards.
don't know why. I
Please
don't
don't
know
cry.
All right, he'll take it on the chin. He'll be all right.
You gonna cry, man.
Okay.
Teofimo, do you think he's a bigger challenge to you than Lomachenko and Taylor?
Never.
Either Teofimo, I guess?
Yeah, senior.
Every fight. Every
got
fight
it,
is
senior. Tell
every fight is a different version of me.
Senior, tell him. We talking to
Every
senior. We
fight
ain't
is a
talking to
different version of me.
little dude over here. Senior.
Every fight
what
is
up?
a different version of me.
I know.
And I love it because even the people out there don't know what they're going to get from me. And that's the beauty about it. He could be studying, he could be doing a lot of things, but he's not going to know to the day of the fight. So I think of Shakur as the best fighter on my resume to date.
I missed it when Tio said something bad about Loma. I must have missed it. They should only talk positive about Loma considering they beat him. Why would you bring down your win?
Way better than them guys you fought, so I can't wait to show you.
That's why we're doing this.
Well,
It's a challenge.
Chris, I just want to say, Eddie, at the last event, was pushing for Shakur to get a Ring Magazine title fight. And now he's got that Ring Magazine title fight. But Tio Sr. is saying to me in my ear, you got him into a mess that he can't get out of now.
No, listen, as we know, Rick, that belt up there, look at how proudly they're displayed. They mean a lot to Teofimo Lopez. They mean a lot to Shakur Stevenson. I believe he should have been Ring Magazine champion after the Cepeda fight. But he gets his chance here. You know.
He shouldn't be in the pound for pound list.
So where should y'all be?
Who y'all beat?
Who did you
My
lose
son
to?
got 2 lineal belts, man.
Who did you
He
lose
ain't in the
to?
pound for pound list, man.
Yo,
this is bullshit.
Senior, who did you lose
This is
to?
bullshit.
Who did you lose to?
You've been babied
You was
all
in
your
the corner
freaking
that
life.
night. You was in the corner that
Babied all
night.
your life.
Okay, now watch this.
Man,
Watch
you got you on
January
the pound
31st.
for pound list, man.
After the
because you
fight,
beat
I want you to
Cepeda.
talk. everything you've been talking since I've been baby.
Man, I can't wait.
I'm gonna show you.
Man, I wish it was
you.
tomorrow, man. I wish it was today, man.
Man, we could. I'm
Man,
ready
we're gonna
right
shut
now.
you down.
I'm ready at any given time.
I'm tired of your mouth, bro.
Bro, you
tired.
not like that.
Whoa. Hold up,
Senior,
man.
you're
Damn, Senior is heat. I'm tired of your mouth, man. Damn, Senior the one starting a lot of this shit, but okay.
not like that.
Hey, pre-sale tickets today, all right? And then you got Ticketmaster.com tomorrow. Get your tickets, please.
Shakur knows how to get under Senior's skin at the very least. He know how to get under Senior's skin at the very least.
Okay, what the heck you doing, man?
We're gonna rip this boy.
Don't mess up the bag. Shut up.
Shut your ass up, boy.
All right? And happy holidays to you all. Happy Kwanzaa, whatever. Mannix, what else, brother?
We'll get you guys out of here with this. Maybe a prediction on how this fight ends. Shakur, we'll start with you. Any outcome you see in your mind to this fight?
Outcome is me winning and
I wish you the best,
me
Shakur.
putting on a
For
master
real.
class performance and T.O. Senior crying after the fight.
I wish you the best, Shakur.
That's what I see happening.
You fight, man, because you just want everybody to think you're the best, man. You never fought nobody.
Senior, do not fall when you get in the ring this
Nobody
time,
like
bro.
my son.
I don't want to see
Nobody
that.
like my son.
Stay on your feet.
Bro, he faster, quicker,
You
smarter.
gotta have it in control.
More
You can't do this,
entertaining.
bro.
More entertaining.
Oh, snap.
Shut up, man.
Bigger.
That double stepping that you do, bro, I got that shit
You're
figured
so
out.
mad. I'm under your
Keep
skin,
on
I know
double
that.
stepping, baby. I got you, bro.
I'm under your skin, I know that.
Oh, did you really fix your teeth?
Yeah, I did. You see him,
You really think that I didn't figure
I did notice Shakur got some new teeth. I did notice that.
you out already, bro? Come on, man.
You like mine?
I'm gonna punch him.
I'm gonna say I told everybody again, bro.
Dang right. That's
This
right.
is not
No, that's
Lomachenko.
right.
Get that out of your head,
Let's see.
Senior.
All right.
You have to talk like that.
I was saying, though,
This
I
is
can
not
see why
Lomachenko.
Superbad is with you, man.
My wife?
Good-looking man. How's it been?
It's been great. Just had a baby.
Yeah, I know. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, come on, man. Look at that, man. Right before our holidays. This is beautiful, man. Awesome, man.
And I want to say, Chris, Eddie wanted this fight. I got Eddie this fight. And after this fight, Eddie's going to be bringing me my cup of tea.
All right. The Eddie
Is it
Reno
a large?
Chronicles.
A large. I want a large.
Anything
Yeah,
you want, bro.
money.
Anything you want.
All right.
Anything for the king of boxing.
Well, we're looking forward to this fight, January 31st, Madison Square Garden. Tickets go on sale soon. If you can't be here, watch it exclusively on DAZN worldwide. Ring Magazine, 140-pound championship on the line. Shakur Stevenson.
we got the face-off coming up now. Unbroken says, Perry, what's the lineal belt as opposed to a regular belt? If I'm not mistaken, a lineal belt is someone help me out if I'm wrong here, but a lineal belt is when hold up, it usually takes longer for them to face off than this. A lineal belt is when a champion defends his titles at the weight class, he becomes the lineal champion. That's what I got from it. Once you make your first successful title defense of, I think, the Ring Magazine belt, then you become the lineal champion, to be more specific. But I'll even read it here, too, because I Googled it just to make sure. Teofimo Lopez is a lineal champion due to his successful defense of his WBO and Ring Magazine junior welterweight titles. He defended these titles by unanimous decision against Steve Claggett. So, yeah, once you win the Ring Magazine belt and then defend it, you become a lineal champion. And that just means, like, they recognize the lineage of champions who defended it, if that makes sense to you. That's like the official. That's like their official kind of like lineage of champions. So you can compare that to like the way MMA does it with like lineal champions with the BMF belt and shit. Not the same thing. Not the same thing at all. Okay, let's look at this face-off. Is Tio's dad named Tio also? Is that why he's senior? Yeah, Louis. Louis, how do you know so much and so little at the same time, homie? You really don't know anything about Tio Senior or what? You just turn a blind eye to him? He just said Shakur is part of Loma's fan club. I think he's saying that because he's basically telling Shakur, like, Shakur, you're a fan of Lomachenko. Like, why are you dissing him? That's kind of how I took it, but who knows? Senior and Tio need a DNA test. Stop. Bro, they're low-key twins, are they not? This is all we care about. A good face-off.
Okay, now let's get it. Yabba dabba doo, yabba doo, yabba yabba dabba doo, yabba doo.
Tio playing all the games he can with fucking Shakur. All the games he can. Making him wait.
It is the undefeated challenger, Shakur Stevenson, versus the defending world champion, the takeover, Teofimo Lopez.
Tio's such a character, though, bro. I love that shit. I like it when people are characters. Shout out to Tio. All the little mind games in boxing, though, like how Shakur doesn't want to listen to Tio telling him to hold the belt. So many mind games in boxing. Speaking of mind games, Tio did look away first. But Shakur turned away. Oh, I thought Senior and Shakur don't like each other. Look at Senior now, tapping up on Shakur. Don't do that, bro. At least keep the gimmick going. At least keep it going. Dapping him up before it's all said and done.
That does it from Madison Square Garden, but there are more big fights
Okay, now we can get into the UFC Vegas 112 Media Day. The moment you boys all have been waiting for. Oh, I know all you boys are refreshed now. I know you boys are refreshed now. I know some of you guys feel a lot better now that you see Brandon Royval's face. And to be honest, I feel like I'm home as well. Looks like Paul Bearer and The Undertaker. Who's the guy holding the belt? He time traveled from 1984. That's fucking, what's his name? I forget his name already. Mr. Versace. I'm surprised his dad is named the Teofimo. It sounds like a newer name his dad made up. Would think a guy from Teo Senior's generation would be named Juan or Leopoldo or something. All right. Like it or not, Shakur has tons of skills. He does, America first. Shakur, a great boxer now. He might be boring, but he's pretty good. We all know that.
How's it going?
It's not going to be an easy fight for Teo. Not at all. All right, here's Brandon Royval. We back in MMA.
Good morning.
Afternoon now.
Yeah.
Nice.
What's up, Raw Dog?
How you doing, bro?
How you feeling?
I feel good. Just kind of chilly in here, huh? I mean, I'm scrawny. I forgot that I'm like skinny right now. So,
how does it feel to be back in a, back fighting and just days away from another main event?
Yeah. I'm excited, man. It's been a cool little week. I think watching the flyweight division shape a little bit was awesome too, and kind of just gives me, maximum confidence going into this fight, anyways. And yeah, it's been cool, man. I'm excited to just fight and do the damn thing, huh?
Are you ready for this chapter with Manel Kape to be over with? You guys have been scheduled 3 times, and
yeah.
You pulled out. Now it's ready.
Yeah, it seems like it's about to go down, huh? So yeah, I always think that too. I always think that no matter what happens, I'm like, this shit ain't gonna happen. And then next, it's like I'm walking out and I'm like, damn, I think this fight's gonna happen. So I always just try to get used to that and get out of my head that something's not gonna happen or anything anyway. So yeah, it's like it's always weird for me when you fight. It's like I go through like stages of grief of just not accepting that anything's gonna ever happen, and then I'm driving to an arena and I'm like, shit, I think I'm about to get in a fight right now.
This fight's a very fun fight on paper, fun stylist.
Unbroken goes, that t-shirt definitely was dried hanger. You can see the hanger shape on his shoulders. Unbroken, that's why I don't fucking even hang up my shirts in the first place. But yeah, if you dry a shirt on a hanger when it's wet, that shit happens. Shit, I don't even hang my shirts on a hanger, period. And for the record, it looks like me and Brandon are wearing the same damn shirt. We both are wearing the same Calvin Klein pack. I'm tripping out over it. The real Brandon right here. Brandon fucking Royval. Raw Dog. The one you all know and love. Who we got, though? I'm going to make a poll right now. Finally, some real fighters I know, Miata Boy. We're home. We just landed. The plane has landed. We're on ground now. We feel better. Familiar faces. I know you boys love it. Who we got, though? Royval or Kape? Kape more technical, right? Kape a more technical fighter. Brandon Royval spams his shots, right? But he lands a lot. What do you guys think is going to get the job done? Manel Kape kind of like a version of Joshua Van that didn't play out very well for Brandon Royval, did it? Let me know your boys' thoughts. Unbroken, you definitely drive flat and iron. Facts, Unbroken, facts. In fact, this shirt I just threw in the dryer a little bit before I started the stream just to get all the wrinkles out. If you know, you know. You boys know. All right, we're going to resume this, and I'm going to start a poll.
Both of you guys are action fighters. Do you feel like this fight's going to be on the feet for the most time, or do you think it's going to be a full mixed martial arts fight?
Yeah, man, I feel like it's probably be a little bit everywhere, but yeah, I'm sure we're going to bang it out. I'm sure it's going to be an exciting fight. I don't have this many fight of the nights for no reason, and I guess it's time to try to collect another one,
He was in here earlier and said he's going to put on a master class and blow you out of the water, and then him be the number one contender. Obviously, you feel like you're going to win the fight. So, kind of like, how do you see this fight kind of going down?
I mean, just want to walk him down, man. I just want to get in his face and, you know, put a leash on him and dog walk his ass all around that cage.
What are your thoughts on what happened last weekend? And obviously, Josh wins the title due to injury. He celebrated. He's getting criticized for celebrating the way he did. What were your thoughts on the whole situation?
I mean, I've been in those 2 different times in my career, like a situation where someone got hurt, and it's like you don't ever know what really happens. It's like, I think Joshua Van just realized he's a champion, and that's a crazy situation. And I don't think, like, you know, it took me 2 times to watch what actually happened to see what happened to Pantoja. But I don't know. It's just one of those, like, how would he even know what happened exactly? He just knew he won, you know? So it's like I don't criticize that at all. It's just, you know, a kid that just changed his life potentially, you know? So I think that's such a huge moment for him, but obviously not the way anybody wanted that to happen.
How was your mindset coming off that fight with Josh Van? It was such a close fight. He wins in basically the last minute of the fight. Then he gets the title shot. Now he's the champion. Like, what was the mindset watching that fight? And what was the mindset after that loss? Because it was basically a number 1 contender fight.
Yeah, I just kind of thought I was a fucking idiot, you know, if I'm being honest. Is like, you know, I went back, and when we watched the fight back, I'm just like, and to be fair, I really just told everybody what I was going to do, and I went out there and did it. I went there and tried to box a boxer. I wanted to fight in the pocket. I really wanted to just give fans fight of the night. The moment that that fight got signed and me and Manal were off, I got a text message from Hunter Campbell, and he was saying that, you know, I'm super happy for you guys. Like, he's like, I'm happy you took this fight. It's going to be a good fight. And he's like, I'm going to boost this up to the whatever. What's the third card? What do they call the third? Featured fight. A featured fight. Yeah, I'm gonna boost up to featured fight. And I said, cool. I'm gonna give you a fight of the night. I'm gonna give you a fight to remember. And that was like literally what I said. And in all the interviews leading up to it, I said, I'm gonna give you guys fight of the night. I'm gonna fight this kid exactly how he wants me to fight him. And you know, and my corner strongly advised against that. But
yeah, that's stupid as fuck. That's stupid as fuck, man. Why would you even do that, Royval? Honestly, don't do that shit again, man.
You know, maybe if the last 10 seconds doesn't happen, it's you know, I win fighting his style, you know. And
No. You lost that fight through and through. And that's because of what you just said. You fucking were trying to appease people. Maybe you should have got more takedowns on Van, right, homie? Because you got better grappling than Van, probably. You've been grappling longer, that's for damn sure. You train it more. Miata Boy said, Kape has some good grappling, but Royval has good BJJ. Yep. And then you also said, probably Kape, I think his wrestling is better. I don't know. Yeah, I'm low-key leaning towards Kape just because, you know, Kape is a very similar fighter to Joshua Van, except this time if Royval wants to take down Kape, it's going to be hard for him to. You feel me? Like, Royval could have taken down Van, or at least attempted to. Van got worser grappling. Like, Royval gonna have a real hard time taking down Manel Kape. I'm telling you that right now. And when do you even see Brandon Royval get takedowns? You don't. He don't really get takedowns. He spams shots, and if he drops you and gets you to the floor, he uses his jits to get the sub, right? Which is very smart, but he's not really a wrestler that shoots in for takedowns a lot of the time. That's not really his style. He's gonna be forced to stand on the feet with Manel Kape, it seems like. Manel Kape got just as crisp of boxing as Joshua Van, which concerns me because we all saw how that fight played out with him and Joshua Van. And, you know, Brandon Moreno with the good boxing too. He was getting cracked by Moreno a lot through that fight. You all know I think Moreno won that fight. It is what it is, but, you know, that's my opinion about this. Let's hear what else he has to say about his performance against Van and how he's going to do better against Kape because he knows it's like the same matchup. Buyer seller excuses. I hear you. Like I said, buyer seller, it's not like he could have got a takedown like if he wanted to. You feel me? It's not like he could have got it. It's not like he could have got a takedown if he tried. Cuz he don't really do that. Leash, dog walk, BDSM, Brandon? Potentially. That's what it seems like, huh? He seems like a BDSM guy. I'm playing. I have no clue. I didn't know he was fighting Kape. Is he ready for the eye pokes? Shit. Hopefully not. And the point better get deducted immediately. Miata Boy says, I thought it was 1-1 against Van, then Van won with that knockdown in the 3rd round. Yep. I thought Van fucking showed that he was the better fighter in that fight for sure. For sure.
I don't know, but that being said, is now I just get to go out there and make up for it, fight Manel Kape, and show what I can do.
Rewatching the fight, I think you might have thrown your infamous step-in knee maybe like once or twice. Yeah. Was that ever part of the game plan? Because it feels like he was leaning in a couple times.
Yeah, and it was kind of weird too. I feel like I hit him before I got dropped. I hit him with a cross and then a step-in knee, and I just didn't connect good enough, I guess. But yeah. So I mean, that's always there, you know. And I'm pretty tall for the division. I don't have the longest reach in the division, but that being said, anybody smaller than me there heads close to my knees, you know.
The division's kind of weird right now, right? Like, do you feel like Pantoja deserves a automatic rematch?
Yeah. I think that was a weird situation, and I don't know how long that recovery is going to be, or what happens with that. But yeah, for sure, there's a lot to be said in that. It was a 10-second fight, 15-second fight, and it's like, yeah, he deserves that.
So depending on how long he's out, do you feel like if you go out there and stop Manel Kape, you leapfrog Tyra, who you already beat, and kind of maybe run it back with Josh Fan, because that's like the front runner for the fight of the year?
Yeah. My goal is to go out there and just make a statement on him, and then maybe we can run into H-Town, bro. I love Houston, so yeah, that'd be tight.
What do you think of Tyra's win over Moreno? Do you think it was an early stoppage?
Yeah, it was an early stoppage, but I don't think Moreno was going to go anywhere. I've been in that back control. We get to train with Tyra a lot. That kid's strong. There's a kid strong there. It didn't look like he was really going anywhere, and I could be wrong, but that being said, I've been in Moreno's position, and that shit sucks. So, yeah, I thought it was a great fight for Tyra.
I'm actually surprised more fighters don't just try to get wins off the same way Tyra beat Brandon Moreno. That's such a hard position to get out of. That back mount with your opponent face down on the canvas with both hooks in, just pressing his hips down. It's so hard to build your base and get up out of that. I'm surprised more guys don't do that. Remember when John Jones did that to Alexander Gustafsson? Made quick work of him. More guys should do that, I feel like. But they don't for some reason. Kape had a good showing against Mokaev. Houston sucks, boring city. And buyer seller, yeah, the winner of this fight could potentially get a title fight after the Japanese guy, a.k.a. Tyra. He could. But Royval's coming off a loss. That's the problem. So one win, he probably got to go get another win. You know? Van versus the winner of Kape versus Royval seems to be the better entertainment and business move by the UFC. It would be an entertaining fight. But like I said, Royval coming off one win. If he beats Kape, do we think he deserves it? Yeah, but it's hard to flatten out the opponent. Not when you got that position, Miata Boy. Not when you got that position. If you get that back mount like that, pretty easy to, actually. All right, let's continue.
So do you consider this fight with Manel Kape like a number one contender fight, or is it just kind of like just a contender fight in general?
Yeah. Man, I don't like Manel Kape or whatever his name is, but yeah. But I think he's fucking good. Like, I think he's good. I think that we're the best in the division, and I think this is a high-level fight, and I think this is, you know, I think skill-wise it's the better of the flyweight fights on these cards. So, yeah, but that's as much as I'm going to compliment that fool.
And you're an underdog for, like, the 750th time? What's up?
Yeah, fuck it, you know. It is what it is. I knew I was going to be an underdog in this fight, so... I think I'm like, what is it? Is it like a significant underdog or what?
250.
250? Yeah, I don't bet. Hey, let's make that clear. I don't bet. I just like, but I don't bet, so I don't really know what the fuck that means. But fuck you guys.
And then finally, for me, man, what do you think of Horiguchi's return to the promotion?
I think they should have kept him in Bellator and keep him away from us. No, I'm just kidding. That motherfucker is so good. I'm a huge Horiguchi fan, so. Yeah, he looked, I mean, that's what I expected. He was an underdog in his fight too, huh?
Yes.
Damn. As a man that doesn't bet, that was fucking free money for sure. That guy's so good, and yeah, you hear stories about how good Horiguchi is. I have a couple friends at ATT, and they just talk him up. So I'm sure he'll be at the fighting for a belt or in the contender or something like that pretty soon here too. So we'll see.
Good luck, man.
Thank you.
Is there real beef with you and Kape, or is it you're just tired of seeing his name across the bout sheet?
Oh, I mean, I don't. The drama means nothing to me. I don't give a shit about any of these people, really. You know. But I don't. I don't really like him. I'll be honest. Like, I wouldn't say it's real beef.
Yeah. Well, talk a little bit about. I mean, you mentioned that he's a good fighter. Where's he dangerous? What sort of stuff are you expecting from him? You expect him to just sort of try to come out and just blast the pace early, or what are you thinking?
I hope he does that. I think he's really fast and explosive. I think that's his main skill set. He's fast, explosive. He has a really good speed advantage over most of these fighters. And yeah, he's really athletic when it comes down to all that stuff. So that's like his main advantage over, I think, most of the world.
And you're talking a little bit about Joshua Van now at the top of the division. You know, a lot of people were leading up in that week. We're talking about here's a kid that was born in the 2000s that's now holding the reins. Are we starting to see a changeover of the young fighters now kind of taking over the sport, you think?
Yeah, man. It's like I feel like watching some of these like up and coming kids. I'm like, damn, that's fucking. They're good, you know. Watching Tyra, watching Joshua Van, watching who's the kid that just won the contender? Or he didn't win the contender series, but there's an up and coming kid on the contender series, and he's good as shit too, man. It's like I enjoy watching all these like fighters come up through the rise. You know, we get to train with some of these young fighters, and then you're seeing what they're doing at that age. I'm like, damn, you guys are so good for just like what your age is and how long you guys been doing it and stuff. So it's really cool. It's really cool to watch that.
I'm going to speak to that. I know a lot of us on the outside love the contender series and watch these guys come out of nowhere, you know, that people don't seem to have known, and they're putting on wonderful performances. Do you follow the contender series, and what do you think about the current crop of fighters that kind of work their ways through the contender series?
Not really, to be honest. I don't really follow the contender series, but that being said, I think like Joseph Morales won the last one, right? He's good. Like it's a really good fighter right there, and God, I keep forgetting homeboy's name, but the Mexican kid, the kid from Mexico, that he's good as shit too, and it's just.
Manuel Torres?
Yeah, Eminal. Yeah, Eminal's good as shit, and it's like I enjoyed watching his fights in Fury and stuff. I watched Joshua Van win the belt for Fury. Like I was at that show, and I was like, damn, this kid's good, you know. And even the kid he fought was good. I was like, yeah. So it's just, you know, before anything, I was a fan first. So it's like I like martial arts, and I root for martial arts. I root for like just good martial arts, no matter what.
Yeah, and then look.
That's why we love not Joshua Van. That's why we love Brandon Royval, because he's one of us, and we can all tell. Shout out Brandon Royval.
On Saturday, what are your keys to the victory? What needs to happen to make sure that you get your arm raised in victory on Saturday?
I think I just need to beat his ass, right? Like, I need to beat his ass, try to find a finish, play a little smart, maybe fight a little dumb too. I don't really know. But, you know, we'll figure it out on the go. But, yeah.
He got no game plan. He got no fucking game plan. That's all right. It's going to be a tough fight for Royval. It is. It's going to be a tough fight for him. But we shall see, Brandon. We shall see. Royval def knows what betting lines mean. And then Miata Boy says, it's hard to get the back. You know, everybody is good at shaking everyone off the back. Yeah. But to that, I would also say is the same way they train to take the back, right, for like a rear naked choke type scenario, they should actually drill that kind of scenario the way Tatsuro Taira finished Brandon Moreno. They should like drill that. That should be a whole sequence that they lock in. I don't think a lot of guys are training that. And I mean, it's a great way to finish your opponent. So why wouldn't you try to isolate that? You know? I definitely think guys should kind of almost have some systems on how to get the fight there. Just like there's systems for guillotines, systems for the rear naked choke and taking the back, arm bar systems. There should be a system for like that belly down fucking back take. Because that's some good shit. That's some real good shit right there.
Just try to whip that ass, I guess.
Yeah. And I guess how special.
Oh, and then Miata Boy says, but Royval is really good at stepping in and out of range. Yeah, but arguably, you know, I don't know. Arguably, Manuel Kape could be better. You know, they're both pretty good strikers, but they're very different. They're very different strikers. Manuel Kape is that like orthodox, crisp and clean, conservative striking approach. And Brandon Moreno is like that fucking button masher style. So we'll see. We'll fucking see. It's going to be good for as long as it lasts. That's for damn sure. And I don't think it's going to the ground unless Manel Kape wants it to go to the ground. So we will see. I'm excited for this fight for sure.
Does it feel that the UFC chose you guys to headline the last event of the year? You guys are going to leave the last impression of MMA, or at least for the UFC. That's got to feel pretty good that the UFC is leaning on you again.
Yeah, straight up. It's always an honor. It's an honor to end the ESPN, like their little promotion with the ESPN. It's really cool. It's not something I really thought about until recently. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. I'll be the last person to walk out on ESPN, and that's fucking cool. Like, it's a little piece of history. I feel like I've been in like a little bit of like record-breaking fights or whatever this year or whatever. It's a cool little thing to kind of take home with me too, or just, you know, tell Luis's mother about, huh?
And you've had 5 Fight of the Night bonuses, right? Does that sound about
I don't know, but I know I'm probably in the lead for the flyweight division as far as bonuses go.
Yeah. And then 2026, what sort of goals are you going to set for yourself next year?
I'm going to take Luis's mother for a nice steak dinner.
The hell's up with Brandon and Luis's fucking mama? The hell is up with Brandon and Luis's mama? Shout out to Luis's mama. And also, I do want to say this. I said it before too, though. Brandon Royval, you know, I know some people like to joke about CTE. I don't like to. I think that shit is sad, okay? I think that shit is sad. And I'm not saying people joke about CTE with Royval, but what I'm saying is Royval is one of these guys who puts his fucking, you know, his heart and soul on the line for the fans. Another one that deserves respect, win or lose, just like Merab. You feel me? Just like a lot of fighters, but not every fighter, but a lot. And with all that being said, I just really hope when Brandon's career is all said and done that he's taken care of financially. And why do I say that? Because homie don't even know how many fucking post-fight bonuses he got. And he should be paying attention to his finances a little bit more than that. But, you know, hopefully he gets taken care of and hopefully he saves his money and invests it in shit. Because, bro, you know, he'd be putting his fucking body through the ringer in his fights, and I hate to see, you know, that whole Nick Diaz, BJ Penn stories afterwards. Even the Ken Shamrock that recently came out that we reacted to on stream. Who's the other one? The heavyweight guy. You guys know who I'm talking about. That heavyweight dude too, the old guy. Anyway, that's just a side note, but I'm sure you boys feel me on that.
How'd you get it? Sorry, they're talking shit about my mom on the way in.
Oh, he getting payback.
Who's a saint?
Damn, Brandon Royval got the ultimate payback on the fucking microphone. That's when he chose to fucking clap back for the mama jokes. Dylan says, I think CTE is rarer than we think. Most of the fighters who look dumb, like Holloway, have always been like that from the start. Oh my gosh, Dylan. My goodness gracious. I don't know, man. I don't know. But I see fighters struggling and not having money and stuff, and like, I don't know. Warriors like Brandon, I would hate to see it. You know, these are people who I kind of come from my generation, so to speak. You know, like the older fighters, like they were so much older than me. But me and Brandon, we're like the same age. So I would hate to see that. I would hate to see that. Yeah, Namfam. Namfam is probably the worst case of CTE I've seen in MMA. Exactly. And I just hope that these guys, you know, they have money at the very least. That's all I'm saying. I hope they at least have fucking money, bro. Or else it's just a really sad story.
Yeah. You know, take Luis and Will's mother on a nice little date together, you know, spoil them.
Yeah.
My goal for 2026 is, you know, get back into title contention, whoop some ass, show the world what I really am, and make some money and get a fucking belt. You know, I want to bring a belt back to Denver. I've been saying it over and over again, but it's like I really just think I'm more skilled than everybody in this division, and Saturday will be a sick time to show it, you know?
Good luck on Saturday.
Everybody always jokes about it, but for real, all Royval needs is to be sent to Dagestan for 2 to 3 years and forget. But more like, I don't know, 6 to 8 months. I'm sure he could lock in for 6 to 8 months. But yeah, Royval, that's the only thing he's missing. If Royval could get takedowns at will, man, that would really round out his whole game. He'd look like a world champion. Tell me he wouldn't. Tell me he wouldn't look like a world champion if he could just get takedowns at will, get submissions on the ground once he gets you down, and he already got the striking. Send him Dagestan 6 to 8 months and forget. Forget about the flyweight division. Joshua Van, your days are numbered if he does that. I'm playing. But he'll definitely fucking make it a better fight than the first one.
Thank you.
One real quick for me, talk about your goals, and we just talked about all these new guys in the division, and you said your goal is to get back to the title in 2026, but now it seems like there might be some more roadblocks. You mentioned Horiguchi, Tyra was cage side. So how do you envision you getting back to the title? Like how fast do you think you can get back there?
I don't know if Horiguchi gets to skip the line, especially with Pantoja being out. I know Pantoja's planning on calling him out, but you know, Horiguchi's amazing, so I wouldn't blame them. But that being said, is skip line. I just put on fight of the year with the current champ. I don't think anybody in this world doesn't want to see a 5-round fight and see what we can do. We broke records in 3 rounds. Let's see what a 5-round fight looks like, you know. And that being said, is the next person that I have a win over too. So it's I don't know. I think I can sit really pretty if I do some.
Sit pretty is crazy, homie. Sit pretty is crazy, homie. You ain't sitting pretty on nothing. Come on, that's so fucking Diddy. It's insane. Oh my God. Anyway, I was going to ask you guys a question, though, based off his answer here. I mean, I'll tell you the truth, for me at least. It rubs me the wrong way when guys are asking for title shots coming off a loss already. Like, you can politic all you want, homie, but you just lost your last fight. Like, I don't know. What do you guys think about that? When he's saying this right now, are you like, yes, title shot if he beats Cop? Or are you like me being like, bro, you just lost your last fight. Like, at least win 2. At least win 2. Like, you'd have an argument. I would not be like this if he was coming off a win in his last one. If he was on a 1-fight win streak, I would be more like, okay, maybe. But like, bro, coming off a loss, like demanding it like this, like, what the hell are you talking about? With Pantoja in the mix, with Tyra in the mix, and then you're definitely going to have to fight again. And you're a fan, you know this stuff, but you got to politic for yourself. That's fine. Miata Boy with probably the funniest comment of the day. Miata Boy says, Max is going to have the funny CTE, like the kind of CTE when you drop a fork and grab another one until he's out of forks. Shout out Max Holloway. I hope he never comes down with CTE. I hope none of the fighters come down with CTE. You know, I think that shit's sad, but that was funny as hell, Miata Boy. Shout out to you for that. Miata Boy says, I don't think Royval vs. Van is fight of the year anymore. I think Marav vs. Yon 2 is definitely fight of the year. Yep, that's definitely a candidate. Yeah, we should put together a list like that. We'll do like an award show type thing too on one of the streams. And then I think me and MTK will do the official one. But I'll kind of make lists with you boys during the off season. And fight of the year is one of them. Knockout of the year, you know, all these things. We'll put it together. And then Saj goes, I just joined, but didn't Tyra just lose to Royval himself? Yeah, but I think Tyra might have gotten a win in between. Let me see. Yeah, so at least Tyra, same type of thing I just said. Tyra came back after the loss to Royval. He got himself a win against Hyung Sung Park, undefeated 10-0 guy. The guy from like Road to Japan, right? Or Road to something. And then he came back, he finished Moreno. So he's coming off 2 finishes off that loss to Royval. Like I said, if Royval was on a 1-fight win streak, I would be singing a different tune. I'd be like, okay, well, you get 2, you know, maybe. But I'm just saying, you know, with coming off a loss, like, I don't see it. I don't see it. And also, being that you lost to the champion, like maybe if you had the win over Tyra, okay, and Tyra was the champion, okay. So if Tyra can beat Joshua Van, then maybe we could run it with you and Tyra, something like that. Because Tyra's going to want to avenge his loss to you, right? Van's not going to give you the opportunity to avenge your loss to him, right? Usually the guy who lost wants to avenge the loss. Although, you know, O'Malley, like the O'Malley and Cheeto Vera thing, right? Like the O'Malley Cheeto Vera thing. You want to get that lick back. So if Tyra gets the belt and beats Van, maybe Moreno's in that position. But we'll see. Royval versus Tyra was close too. It was actually a great fight. It was a great fight. That fight left an impression on me for sure. And then who else? Dylan says, if Buck can get a title shot coming off a loss after beating Shavkat, then so should Royval after beating Cop. Okay, well, let's look at, but, you know, Shavkat is like a real #1 contender, right? Not right now, because I said that shit expired. but he did earn that number one contender spot. He's undefeated, right? So it's not exactly the same thing when it comes to Kape. But let me look at Kape's. And for the record, Buck might not get a title shot off beating Shavkat, right? He may not. Because Ian Gary's still the number one contender. We still got to see if Islam and Ilya are going to run it. So Joaquin, he might have to fight again after Shavkat too. So Manel Kape is coming off. Manel Kape has a 2-fight win streak. He lost to Mokaev 3 fights ago. So yeah, it's not apples to apples, Dylan, on that one, I would say. It's not. I get your point, but again, I would even say that Joaquin's not guaranteed a title shot either. You know? Yeah, he's getting right back in the mix. It's putting him up there, but you know, that's how it goes sometimes. Oh, I fight now. Tyra bounced back first. Yeah. Tyra. One fight. I'm not sure what Saj wrote. Miata Boy, neither of these two are getting a title shot. Kape pulls out of too many fights, and Royval has had 2 title shots already. Yeah. Okay. So at least Miata Boy agrees with me. But either way, I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts on that because I was definitely not really feeling that. But hey, if you boys want Royval to get a title shot, shit, advocate for your mans. You feeling me? Advocate for your mans.
Bullshit on Saturday.
Hey, but thanks for taking the time. Just touching on that, we didn't get to talk to you after the Van fight because obviously we get just the winner. But on behalf of a lot of people, thank you for that fight. That was amazing. It's good to see you here.
Homie jizzin. Homie, that was amazing. It's okay. We all make mistakes.
We finally got you and your opponent, and this fight's finally going down. But after so many times of whoever pulls out, do you just kind of, does you and your team just say, you know what, man, let's move on from the Kape fight? Or did it still linger there like, no, me and him are going to cross paths eventually. Let me stay focused and lock in on this dude because we will run it.
No, I always knew I was going to fight Manel Kape. I feel like, we're already kind of close to each other in the rankings over and over again. I'm just surprised that it took a while for it to cross paths. But yeah, as soon as I seen Mick and we were kind of talking a little bit, he was just like, what do you think about fighting Kape? And I was like, cool, let's just find a date. Let's find a date that works perfectly for all of us, and we'll call it. So I was happy that they made us the main event. I think this is a main event type of fight. And yeah, I'm just super appreciative that I get the opportunity to go be a main event again.
And it doesn't hurt, right, that it's coming right after that title change and there's a new king. So while people are buzzing about the 125 weight class, they're like, hey, maybe one of these guys will be in there 2026. With that being said, did you do anything different for this fight? I know it's not the first time you prepare, but did you tweak something that you're like, man, I didn't catch that last time. I'm glad we're doing this now because I'm locked in and this has been calibrated just right.
Yeah, there's a handful of things that I could kind of clean up and then go back to. I feel like we actually dialed in a pretty sick game plan for Manel Kape, no matter what. But it's cool that, gave me more time to get better in specific aspects and all the above. So, yeah, for sure. The 3 times of getting ready from this being the 3rd one is, I think there's major growth this time around compared to all the rest of them.
That's awesome, man. And last
now, just know, he can say that, right? He can say that. But we all know Royval is the kind of guy to fucking throw the game plan completely out the damn window as soon as the fucking bell rings. So we'll see, man. We'll fucking see. I don't doubt that he got a game plan. Although a second ago when he got asked the same question, he was like fucking playing dumb, like he don't got a game plan. But I don't know. Even though he got a game plan, it's 50-50 whether or not he's going to use it. So he may have a straight face right here, but don't fucking buy it. All right, don't buy it. It's still a 50-50. The jury's still out. He might just elect to fucking spam punches like he always does.
Get some new ink done in between time, or?
Nah, I'm still rocking the same ink. I don't got any time to get tattoos. It's takes like a couple weeks to recover from it, and it's like, I got to train and all this stuff. And then if you want any good artists, they're like booked for years. So I never know what my tomorrow looks like necessarily. So it's hard to get me on the books.
I mean, and last for me, we got the holidays coming up, and everybody has their own, traditions and things that they do. Can you share with us anything you do for the holidays, or any family things, or a memory of a gift you once got as a kid? Anything cool like that?
Yeah. So this is it's a cool opportunity to fight, and we're gonna do it no matter what. But me and my family are in a blessed position right now, and I'm from Denver, and we're the Denver natives and all that stuff. So we're gonna go sponsor a few families for the holidays and just do some Christmas stuff. So I'm in a real cool position in these last few years to be able to do that. Work with some of these youth coming up, and not coming up in MMA, but just coming up, like growing through our society or through Denver. So yeah, I'm really excited. This is like the second year we've been able to kind of just do that, sponsor a couple families, and I'm gonna go put an ass whooping on Royval and Kape, get a bonus, and then the more families we can sponsor and all that stuff too. So yeah, I feel like that's the newest tradition that we've been doing, and it's my favorite one so far.
That's awesome, man. Respect. Thank you for giving back, and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you, bro.
That's why we love Royval. That's why we love Royval. Giving back, sponsoring people during the holidays. Gotta love a guy like this. Royval, a good guy. He also volunteers at some type of boys and girls club all the time, plays with kids. He a really nice dude, a genuine dude. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Sure you guys do. Miata Boy says Neil Magny is going to get smoked by the kickboxing guy. Yeah, Miata Boy. I don't know, because Yaroslav Almoslav has lost to worse than Neil Magny. That's my only thing. Yaroslav Almoslav has lost to worse than Neil Magny, and I'm talking about Jason Jackson. His sole one and only loss, Jason Jackson. Jason Jackson competed on The Ultimate Fighter the same season as Kamaru Usman. I don't even think he ever got a contract. I can look that up real quick. I'll look it up on here for you boys. But speaking of Almosov, yeah, on paper you might think so. And, it's a fight. I'm always wrong about my picks anyway. But just to tell you guys where I'm leaning on that. My bad, wait. Yaroslav Almosov, his sole loss is to Jason Jackson by finish in the 3rd round. Okay, Jason Jackson competed on The Ultimate Fighter. Okay, competed on Ultimate Fighter. Lost on there to another guy who didn't make it in the UFC, Mike Graves. Then he got his opportunity on Contender Series, lost by finish, right? And this is the same guy who finished Yaroslav Almosov. Okay? So, just want to put that out there. Yaroslav Almosov has been exposed by a non-UFC caliber guy. Straight up. He got not one opportunity, but two. Jason Jackson couldn't make it in the UFC, didn't make the cut. This dude finished Almosov. I don't know. Neil Magny, the winningest welterweight in UFC history, bro. Should we put respect on Magny's fucking name? Yeah, Miata Boy. Neil Magny is a dark horse, though. Yeah, I know. I don't know if I just convinced you guys, but that's what I've been battling. On top of the fact that all the Bellator fighters that get signed, they lose. It's bad fucking juju. It's terrible juju. Bellator going to keep getting exposed? Yeah, Eric. I think it's bad juju. And then Eric says, Almosov ain't all that. Neil going to make it boring. We'll see. I'm excited for that fight. Shit, we shall see, man. We shall see. MTK was on the podcast earlier today. MTK was like, fuck no. Neil Magny going to expose Almosov. But, yep, that's where I stand on the matter. Dylan says, I feel bad for Brandon Royval. Imagine having to explain to children at the Boys and Girls Club what his ring name means. They're like, Raw Dog? What's Raw Dog? Shit. He like, don't worry about it. Inside joke. That's for me to know and for you to never find out.
What's the team's name?
We're the good guys. Thank you.
The good guys.
Manel.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Feeling good.
The superstar Manel Kape. The main character, Manel Kape. All right. Let's hear what kind of drama he can stir up. Miata Boy Neil has good grappling. Yeah. So we shall see, Miata Boy. We shall see. It's going to be a good fight for however long it lasts. You know, maybe Almosov can pull it off. Who knows?
Good, brother.
How frustrating has this year been for you, right? Like, you knock out somebody in March, you get set up for a big fight. Obviously, you get injured. You see the flyweight division kind of move in, but you're on the sidelines, and it feels like people know that you're a contender, but like you're in the back of people's minds, you know?
Yes.
So how frustrating has this year been?
I'm not saying that frustrating is the right word, because for me, saying frustrated is a feeling of jealousies, and I don't have any jealous to anyone. I think my life is great. My career is great. I've been achieved a lot of things. I just believe that things happens for a reason, you know. I could be the man fight last Saturday if I don't have the injury in July. But things just going to the way it have to be, you know. I know my time is coming. I keep on saying this year I'm gonna be the champion. But I've been making plans, you know. But the things nothing works the way we do, you know. I leave this in God's hands, and I believe I'm pretty close. And of course, I'm happy for the guys. He's making the divisions more exciting, and it's great right now. Flyweight divisions right now is on fire, and it's good for all of us in the big picture.
Are you ready for this matchup to be over and done with? This is the third time you've been matched up with him. You've trained for him 2 other times. Like, are you ready for it to be over?
I'm ready for this fight because I've been studying Brandon Royval a lot, and for me it's like I'm fighting someone familiar, you know, because in the trainings everybody wants to look like Brandon Royval. We are like imitate him, and for me it's usual, you know. I'm gonna be very comfortable Saturday night fighting Brandon Royval, and it's great for the narrative and the story of the fight, because
the narrative. Shout out to Kape. And Miad Boy says, shout out to Mokaev dropping Kape before their fight. And then they fucking proceeded to barely even fight in the octagon. That was crazy work, boys. Crazy fucking work.
We have one fight, he pulled out, and then I had the injury. So it's beautiful, you know, it's beautiful. If we go to the fourth time, it's going to be too much, but one-on-one now, I'm going to go to the third one. Is beautiful for the narrative.
It's a very fun fight on paper and just in everybody's mind. Do you feel like this is going to be kind of like a striker's delight, or is it, you know, obviously it's a mixed martial arts fight, so is everything going to be on the table?
Yeah, this is MMA, you know. I'm very comfortable in whatever the fight's going. I'll be very comfortable. Of course, I wanna put on show. I will put on show. I will give to the fans a great fight, you know. And I expect to make a big statement and deliver a masterpiece again.
Do you feel if you go out there and stop Brandon Royval, you're the #1 contender and you jump everybody?
Of course, let's look in that way. Brandon Royval beat Moreno.
Hey, wait, real quick. I was gonna say though, Miata Boy, you actually brought up something I was gonna point out. I'll read yours first. Top 10 worst cuts in flyweight history. It's a fucking crazy cut, isn't it? Like, bro, what the hell is going on? Why is it all shaved off except for like a little bit up top? And even them braids or them dreads, it's like fucking barely hanging on, homie. Miata Boy's 100,000% right. That shit barely hanging on, homie. Kape, that shit is too high and tight. It's too much of a tight haircut. You gotta let that hair grow out a little bit, homie. You're right, Miata Boy. I can't agree with you more. I couldn't agree with you more. Now, wait, we're at this 20-minute, 34-second mark. We'll remember that, but let me just bring it back to Raw Dog's haircut, because I was actually going to say this. Royval, he's had a lot of haircuts in his day. Not too many different styles, but you know, in the past, when I look at his hair during the press conference, I'm like, it could be better. So for this one, I want to give him credit because I thought he showed up with a nice clean cut. All right, a nice taper, a nice cut. In the past, it hasn't been that nice of a cut. It's been a little bit of like a fucking a peacock ordeal, or like, I don't know, looking like a bird a little bit. But this one's better. It looks better. So I wanted to give credit to Royval. Nice haircut, homie. And Manel Kape, yeah. That's top 10 worst cuts of all time, homie. It was at 2034, right? I'll go 2020. Top 10 worst cuts of all time is fucking hilarious.
Deliver a masterpiece again.
Do you feel if you go out there and stop Brandon Royval, you're the #1 contender and you jump everybody?
Of course, let's look in that way. Brandon Royval beat Moreno, you know? Brandon Royval beat Tatsuro Taira. But he beat him. He didn't just win. He beat him. So, me, Saturday night, make Brandon Royval look easy. You know, style him, stop him. What they can deny? They cannot deny because he beat the contenders fighters, and I just beat the guy that beat you guys. So, there is no more question. There is no more talk. And I'm just going to prove that I'm the man. I'm the fighter with the better style to be a champion. And I'm the fighter that this division needs.
What were your thoughts on last weekend's title fight? There was been a lot of criticism about how Josh Van celebrated the win after injury.
I believe, look, I believe we didn't find who was the better.
I'm looking at the rankings right now for flyweight, and I mean, Royval's ranked number 2, below Pantoja. Royval went up a ranking off of these fights last weekend. So everybody going to get on Royval's ass too, right? Because they're floating him up too. All right, we got to be fair now. Tatsuro Taira is ranked below Royval. Crazy. Crazy. They moved Royval up to prevent Taira from going above him, it seems like. But I don't know. But speaking to if Manel Kape deserves a title shot, he's on a 2-fight win streak. If he beats Brandon Royval, the number 2 contender, there's nobody else for him to fight. He's fighting the highest ranked guy possible. So I guess he's going to sit out and wait. And, you know, the fact that the UFC is giving Royval an opportunity against Kape, who's on a 2-fight win streak, kind of leads me to think that maybe they see merit in giving him a title shot. Because generally speaking, they're not going to do that. But we'll see. We will see. But for sure, if Kape beats Royval, there's nobody else left for him to fight.
Man in that night, we didn't find who was the better man, but Joshua Van is young. He's young. People have to look. He's still young. Of course, he achieved something that is very difficult to achieve on his age, especially on flyweight division. When you get the maturity on 30 years old, he become a world champion on, I don't know, he's 24 or 25, but he became a champion. Of course, these feelings come in to his head. Let's not be hard on him. He's still young. Of course, he do things that I even don't know, maybe he's going to regret, but he's young. He's just become a world champion. It's good to him, and of course, he's going to learn the mixed martial arts, because I born in some time in 1993, and I'm in sports for a long time. Since my 3 years old boxing and jiu-jitsu, my 13, we develop the respect for the opponent. Of course, we're fighting him. This is a business. That's where we earn to make money to feed our families. But the respect is always there. You know, we talk, we have this agreement, but we need to be humble and just born in some era that is different than our era. You know, I grew up with jiu-jitsu. We valor our opponent.
Bro is yapping. No offense, Kape, but you are yapping, homie. I gotta fucking provide some kind of funniness. That's to prevent flyweight Afro fuzz in the front. Okay, Louis, I got you. I'm picking it up. But still, yet, I feel like you should let this shit grow out more. Like my man got a front taper. The front taper is crazy. Like, why the fuck is this gone? Could you guys imagine if I showed up on stream with a front taper? All right? Imagine if I had a front fucking taper. That's insane. Miata Boy goes, it don't help that he's dressed like Michael Jackson. Cop just got off the Thriller music video. All right. Shout out Miata Boy once again. Shout out. Yeah, he looks just like it. He saw that jacket that Marab and Sean O'Malley were throwing around, and he's like, where can I get one like that? He found his own version.
And we wish not injuries to anyone, you know. Unfortunately, this happened. We are here to fight. It's not an easy thing, and good luck to him, you know.
So is he a real champ or not, homie? Did you even answer that?
So you feel that the best man did not win on Saturday. Do you feel like he's the rightful champion, or do you feel like he's got the belt, he's a champion?
Shout out Alex Behunin. We got to know.
Doesn't matter how you win, you know. Doesn't matter how you win, how you lose. He gets the result. In the end of the day, when this book is gonna talk, or the right or the Wikipedia is gonna be there. Joshua Van was the champion, you know. Even if the people didn't watch the fight, it's gonna be there. You cannot deny he was with the belt. So yes, he's the champion. As I say, we didn't find the better man in that night because that was not a fight. But Joshua Van is the champion.
That's well said. I can agree with all that.
Do you feel like Pantoja deserves an immediate rematch?
Of course. These men have a great result. These men achieve a lot of things, you know. For title defense, you know, I think 8-win streak. Of course, he deserves. In my opinion, if it was in my case, if I was on his skin, of course I would fight for this, and he deserves. You know, he was a brilliant champion. But right now, the division have to move, you know.
How do you...
Now, we all know the UFC's whitewashing Pantoja. He might get a shot amongst his return when he's ready. He probably will. It's the least they can do for him. But that means there's a backlog because we all know Tyra and Van are about to run it in Japan. The UFC is looking for venues as we speak. So that's where it stands. We already got the next two contenders lined up. Tyra, and once that one's done with, Pantoja going to probably fight the winner of Van versus Tyra. So, Manel Kape going to be sitting out for a minute if he wants a title shot off of a win over Royval.
Get your hand raised on Saturday. How do you get your hand raised on Saturday? How do you win?
I'm going to win. Of course. As I say, I want to put a masterpiece. I'm going to show how cold I am inside the octagon. I'll show ferocious, and I will put a masterpiece over there.
And then finally, for me, what did you think of Horiguchi's return to the UFC?
For me, it's good. You know, for me, it's good. Horiguchi is here. He brings more excitement to the division. He's a great fighter, and it's gonna be beautiful because we can make this in Japan. When I get to the title, when I win to the title, we can make our rematch in Japan. I'm gonna be.
Speaking of Japan, speaking of the UFC going to Japan, I know Horiguchi ranked low. See, the flyweight is kind of confusing right now, bro, because Horiguchi ranked number 8, right? Royval ranked number 2. Royval coming off a loss as it is. Right now, he coming off a loss. Who's the next highest ranked guy that's not promised a title shot if Kape gets past Royval? Like I said, Pantoja ranked number 1. He promised a title shot when he returns. Tyra all but guaranteed the next title shot against Van. The next lowest person is Brandon Moreno, another guy coming off a loss. Kape's going to get his title shot off beating guys coming off losses. Now it's time to rub it in about Paddy Pimblett. I know. Now it's time to rub it in about Paddy Pimblett. And you can call me a hypocrite. That's fine. But I'm just trying to map this out right now. I guess, yeah, I mean, Kape versus Moreno. If Paddy Pimblett can do it, then sure, Kape can do it too. All right? I won't be a full-on hypocrite now. If Paddy Pimblett can do it, Kape can do it too. But Why I'm pausing it, he just brought up Horiguchi. He brought up fighting him in Japan. If Joshua Van and Tyra run it in Japan, should Kape and Horiguchi run it in Japan? It's just crazy because Kape's going to move up to number 2 ranked at flyweight and Horiguchi's sitting at number 8. So how Manel Kape going to go from fighting the number 2 contender, beating him, then getting the 8th ranked contender? I don't know. I'm just, mapping it all out for you boys. It could happen. And honestly, if you say fuck rankings, throw everything aside, yeah, Manel Kape versus Horiguchi, that could be some good shit. 2 former Ryzen champions, by the way. They never fought in Ryzen. I'm going to double check that. But I'll resume the video.
Be more mature, I'm going to be with
Oh, they did fight in Ryzen, so there's even a storyline. Manel Kape got to avenge the loss in 2017. On New Year's, Horiguchi submitted Manel Kape via head and arm choke in round 3. Wow, okay. We in business. Now that I broke all that down, give me your guys' thoughts on all that. Oh shit, I haven't even read the chats. Here it is. Isn't MMA, especially Ryzen, super popular in Japan? Yeah. Big time, Dylan. Big time. Kape fought in Ryzen, so it could make sense to have him versus Van in Japan. Except Tyra's all but guaranteed the shot. Tyra's all but guaranteed it. Because Tyra is the fan base in Japan, Dylan. Don't forget that part. Tyra is that fan base that's in Japan, right? He's the attraction for all the Japanese fans that they're bringing there to showcase him. If you do Van versus Kape in Japan, it ain't going to hit the same. Yes, Kape fought in Japan, but that shit ain't going to hit the same. Louis says, did Ryzen take over the Japan MMA market? They don't have another big organization there. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much Ryzen did. Ryzen's the biggest thing there in Japan. You got one championship, but that's kind of like some Thailand shit, right? Or some Singapore shit. Miata Boy saying Kape has to fight Royval and someone else, so he's got to find someone else to fight. Okay. So, in my opinion, Miata Boy, if he beats Brandon Royval, which I'm going to say he's going to do. Much love to you, Royval. I'm sorry I even fucking have to say that. Anyway, moving forward. If he beats Royval, I'm okay with him versus Moreno, or I'm okay with him versus Horiguchi. Him versus Horiguchi in Japan, fighting on the same card as Van versus Tyra. Now we in business, boys. Now we in business. Right? Stacking the card with flyweights. Kape beats Horiguchi in Japan on that same card, or whoever the winner of Kape, let me put it like this. Whoever the winner of Kape versus Horiguchi is on the same card as Van versus Tyra in Japan, they're set up to call out the winner of the main event. Just like it's been happening at welterweight. With Ian Gary and shit like that fighting the week after the championship bout between Islam and JDM. Okay? So now we cooking. Now we cooking with hot fire at flyweight. We cooking now. We cooking a little bit at flyweight. Saj says, I wish Kaya Sakura had some grappling. He's real good on the feet. Yeah. Kaya Sakura, something's up with him. He not it. But maybe he can get it together eventually. Kaya Sakura probably against another person, like a Brandon Moreno would be cool. We could have 3 Japanese fighters on that card. Definitely, that's why the UFC wants to go to Japan, to showcase their Japanese talent at flyweight. That's low-key why. I don't blame him.
Source what I don't had in 2017, was young kid coming from Africa, just with one partner trainer, and fight a guys that was already with a big resource. So me win the Saturday night, and then we bring UFC in Japan. I'm the biggest star in Japan, just for you guys let you know. If we go there, you guys gonna see the big noise. Even the fighters from Japan, they don't have my notorious name there, so it will be beautiful. As I say,
I don't know about that, Manel. I don't know about that, homie.
My path as a fighter in UFC is it's been crazy, but it's been beautiful. The right is not, sometimes it's not going right, but it's going to get to the belt.
Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Like you mentioned, Josh is young. We didn't really get to see him challenge that night. We didn't get to really see his full skill sets. But when you look at him as the champ, do you think he has the skill set to be able to hold on to that belt? Or do you think that he possibly loses it the first time he defends it? Do you see weaknesses in his game?
Of course, I see a lot of weakness on him. And by the way, when he fight Brandon Royval, in my opinion, he lost the fight. You know, he lost the fight, but the knockdown stole the show. The knockdown, the last knockdown stole the show. He had a lot to improve, you know, in a lot of areas, and I see a lot of things that I can beat him. You know, it's not a difficult puzzle, as I can say.
And it almost seemed like everybody thought that they were going to bring Tyra in for.
Because Kape got the grappling to give Van, you know, some trouble in another department that he's not good at. It would be an interesting fight, Kape versus Van. We got a couple more fights till he gets there, but it could be an interesting fight in the future. Miata Boy goes, nah, Brandon needs to fight someone else lower on the rankings, then he might... Oh, lower in the rankings than him. Might help him get back on a run. Brandon versus Tim Elliott, the battle of the Unks. That's right, Miata Boy. I fucking forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me. They did sign him at 25, though. They signed him at 25, but he moved up to 35. See, that's what I was saying. I think I was telling you boys that one of the other days, like, the UFC likes to sign fighters at lower weights than what they're almost competing at. For some odd reason. I think it's for the knockouts. But yeah, they always like to sign guys at low weights. Remember I said that about Pereira? They made sure he signed at 85 so he could fight fucking Izzy and shit like that. But yeah, Asakura up to 35 now. Still yet, he could fight on that Japanese card, but he's not going to be a flyweight fighter on that card. He'll be a bantamweight.
Or a face-off. If Tyra got the next shot, should Pantoja be injured for long, would that upset you if they went with Tyra?
Let's put it this again. Brandon Royval just beat Tatsuro Taira. He beat badly, you know? He not just win, he beat. I'm going to make Brandon Royval look easy. Who you think that deserve the Taira shot? I even don't need to pass to Taira to show that I'm better than him. I'm going to make the guy that beat you look easy. So there will be no denies.
I mean, it's a good argument. It's a good argument. He gives a good argument. But it just seems like the UFC's hell-bent on giving Tyra that shot, for whatever it's worth. And, of course, the rankings fuck it up by ranking Royval above Tyra the week before fucking Kape goes in to fight Royval. So, you know, people are going to be arguing for Kape to be the next title contender because of the rankings if he beats Royval.
And it certainly seems the UFC's putting their weight behind you. This is your second fight in a row that you're headlining. You got to think that the UFC is doing that for a particular reason.
Yes, it's not hard to see. You know, it's not hard to see. And I'm not lying to myself. I see the abilities. I know what I can bring, and the UFC know what I can bring to the fans. You know. It's my time, you know. It's my time. I'm gonna take advantage of this time, you know, to put on show. I'm not gonna disappoint anyone, even to myself.
And it certainly seems like you mentioned fighting over Japan. It certainly seems like the UFC is open to that. If they did go over there in 2026, I see that you did at your time with Risen. Why do they like you so much over there, you think? Is it your fight style? Is it the personality? What do they love about you the most?
No, it's not a personality. It's just, yeah, of course, personality, but it's just the authentic. I'm very authentic, guys. I'm just myself. I mean, I enjoy, I love this sport, you know, and I'm not shy to say this. And I know my abilities. One more time, I'm not lying to myself. It's not to be a cocky arrogant. It's just myself. I burn to be a star. I burn to be good in this thing, you know. And I know I do well because I work hard and I try to improve every aspect in my mixed martial arts, you know. And I know we have a lot of Japanese fighters in my division, but if you go there to Japan, you're gonna see I'm bigger there. I'm bigger than them in all aspects. I just sold out the arena in Saitama Super Arena with the most famous fighter there, Shakur, and everyone was screaming my name. So that's the way you see how big I am there. So if UFC want to invest in Japan, I believe Tatsuro Sara is not the man because nobody know him there, you know.
What if they offered you Tyra in Japan?
Tyra in Japan, it would be great. I'll fight whatever I want. I'm here. I have the mindset of the champion, you know. Whatever they put, I'm gonna fight. Like I fight in Australia, you know. I just fight. I could not fight the guy, the Philippe. He's coming from nowhere. No, even not in the rankings, and I accept it as a wizard because I know myself. I know my abilities. I know what I can do, and no one in flyweight division in the world can stop me right now.
Thank you, Matt, for taking the time. Real quick, have to acknowledge the outfit. Probably the most stylish guy that's come into the media room today. Awesome stuff.
I won't say anything.
Louis V. You mentioned it with a little bit with Alex, how this has been booked over and over and over. But is the timing just right now that after this flyweight fight we just had and a new king being crowned, that the all eyes will be on the division, and this kind of helps you just bring even more eyes to you this Saturday being the main event, just off of this big fight we just had in Vegas?
Yes. Especially this is the last event. You know, this is the last event. It's last in ESPN as well. It's bring out all the attention, all the fans. You know, they will be watching us, and we just had a great event December 6th with the flyweight division. They're brilliant, but I don't believe that is gonna be better what I'm gonna do Saturday night. I believe that Saturday night I'm gonna surprise everything what you guys see last Saturday, and everybody's gonna forget what happened there, and they're gonna put the eyes on Saturday night.
Awesome, man. Being that it is.
I want to acknowledge Sag saying, "Damn, Cop said nobody know Tyra in Japan." I get what Cop's trying to say, because Cop's like, I've actually fought in Japan, like in bigger organizations. Like I have a name in Japan. Tatsuro Taira, he's not like a well-known fighter in Japan through Ryzen or through Japanese organizations. So Cop does have him on that, right? But what I'd say the argument is that social media these days, you don't have to have just fought in front of the people for them to be fans of you. You know, Tyra's actually Japanese, number one, right? And number two, through social media, the people from Japan have been able to follow him. They probably want him to come there and fight in front of them. So I get what Manel Kape is saying, but it's a half truth. You feel me? Yeah, you developed a fan base there too. But just because Tyra hasn't fought there doesn't mean that he doesn't have a fan base there as well. He's actually Japanese. Okay, that's like first and foremost. And then Miata Boy says they won't put Cop over Tatsuro. They want him to be champ. Yes, Miata Boy, but you got to also remember the UFC doesn't make the rankings. If you're talking about the rankings, Miata Boy, the UFC doesn't make the rankings. So the rankings panel could very well, right, put Cop over Tyra, considering he's beating a guy ranked higher, and they just moved Royval up. They just floated him up. Just for context, I'll just show you guys. They just floated Royval up a spot in the rankings, right? So if they didn't float Royval up, I mean, technically Tyra would have gone above him. Technically. So the rankings panel, which isn't connected to the UFC, you know, they're kind of getting in the way of the UFC's plans here. They're kind of fucking it up a little bit. But yeah, so if Manel Kape beats Brandon Royval, he could steal that number 2 ranking. The UFC can't control that. You feel me? The UFC can't control that. But do I think the UFC would listen to the rankings? No. I think they're going to still go with Tyra. So make of all that what you will. Miata Boy says they know that Tosuro will win against Van in Japan. Interesting, Miata Boy. Interesting. Potentially. Potentially. That would be a big win for him in Japan, to be honest with you. Getting the belt wrapped around his waist in front of his fucking country would be crazy. That would be scenes. How old is Tyra, by the way? These boys are so young. $25. Another young champion. So he did make his name in Shudo. He made his name in Shudo, so he has fought in Japan, you know, Tokyo and shit. But these aren't as big of cards, right? It wasn't Ryzen level. So he did come up in Japan under Shudo, a smaller organization, not as many eyes. So he got a bit of a fan base. I mean, he definitely got a bit of a fan base for sure. He came up on the Japanese regional scene. So Kape Kapen. Kape Kapen.
Booked a few times, and we're seeing your opponent, and we're finally going to get here just a couple nights away. Was there anything different that you did in this fight camp for your opponent, or was everything just properly calibrated and such?
Yes, I did a lot of things different. I didn't train as much I normally training. I took the time to take care more of my body. To rest more. That was the thing was needing. Listen more to my body. Take care of the injuries. But of course, I was training hard. But I can say more smart. You know, I was taking care of myself. I just want to get there. I know I was ready a long time ago. The thing it is just not get injured in the training and just get there. That was the main goal.
Absolutely. Training smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
And last, before we go, because we have the holidays coming up, just curious, just a fun question. Do you have any traditions that you'd like to share with us and the fans, or any memories, anything around this time of year that you do at home?
No, for me, everything's normal, you know. I love to eat. I eat a lot. I cook a lot. Just it's a great time, you know. In December, we definitely, after this fight, I'm going to eat a lot, you know.
Awesome, man. Thank you, and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you, thank you.
Congratulations to Kape. Jacob, any news on the Buckley interview? I don't know why I say congratulations. Whatever. Good luck to Kape. Jacob, any news on the Buckley interview? I'm not sure if you heard my announcement yesterday, Saj, but I have been in contact with him. He's ready to do the interview. I just got to text him again. I sent him a DM saying, like, whenever you're ready, we can lock in for it, but he hasn't read it yet, so it seems like I got to text him. So, yeah, I'll probably text him tomorrow, see what timeline he's looking to link up. And then I'll let you boys know when it's looking like. But that's my plan. I only talked to him yesterday, so I'm just giving him today to respond if so, but he didn't respond today, so I'll just tap in with him tomorrow. I'll text him. It's easier to communicate over text than the DMs, because our conversation took place in the Instagram DM. Miata Van has 0 grappling. Look at Van versus Pantoja. Van throw 2 strikes and only hit 1, so overwhelming. Van is a good way to win against Van. All right, Miata Boy. Let's go. We need that Shavkat fight. Yes, sir, Saj. Yes, sir. We're going to get that fight going. But I don't know if you're talking about overwhelming him on the feet, Miata Boy, but I doubt. Even if Tyra tries to overwhelm Van on the feet, I doubt it would work out for him. It's your classic grappler versus striker matchup. You feel me? Van going to win on the feet against Tyra, and Tyra going to win on the ground against Van. Pretty simple matchup. I guess, you know, the big X factor is, can Tyra get it to the ground against Van? If you ask me, he might be able to. He might be able to. Japan has great wrestling. In the Olympics, Japan gives the USA a run for their money. They're just right up there with Russia. People don't know that because they don't follow Olympic wrestling. But the wrestling in Japan is very, very high level. Right up there with America, right up there with Russia. You know, Just take a look at the Olympics. If we go 2020, what was it? 2024, right? USA Olympics wrestling results. And I want you guys to know that this is why I know some of you guys be hating on other isolated combat sports, right? Boxing. I don't really see too many people hating on wrestling. But this is why it's important to follow some of these sports, because you can kind of get a good gauge of things. Look, so on the medal table, right, for the 2024 Olympic Games, men's freestyle wrestling. Wait, is this wrestling? Yeah, we're talking about wrestling. So wrestling at the 2024 Summer Olympics, right? Who took home the most medals? Japan. They took home 8 gold medals in wrestling. 8. Okay? Iran and the US only took home 2. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. Tyra and his grappling, it's of world-class level. And he can go source really good world-class competitors who are gold medalists in wrestling. Right? The same way Russia does it. And the reason why you don't see Russia in here is because their country didn't register or whatever. So a lot of them represented Bulgaria. That's why Bulgaria got 4th. Okay? But just so you, and also they were spaced out. Like some Russians competed in other countries too. But just so you guys know, Japan, they do have great fucking wrestling. They got 8 gold medals in the 2024 Olympics. So, you know, we got a Gable Stevenson, right? Japanese even has wrestling in college. Okay, Louis, I got you. Yeah, perfect. I didn't even know that, Louis. Thanks for telling me that. But you know how we got a Gable Stevenson? We got like these guys, right? Bo Nickel. Shit, Japan got better. Japan got better. Okay? So imagine who Tyra can source from Japan. I'm just saying. His grappling has potential to get a lot better too. A lot fucking better. Now, don't ever mistake fucking Japan for Korea and China and stuff like that. Japanese fighters, you know, they can get really good wrestling work from their people. Korea and China, not as much. Look, China ranked number 10 in the Olympics. They're not as good. They're not near the level of a United States, a Russia, Iran, Japan. Speaking of flyweight, why is Loner Kavanaugh ranked? Because they floated him up. They floated him up, Dylan, off of something. Off of somebody's win, they floated Loner up there. Last week or something, Loner got put up there. I saw it, though. Loner just got automatically placed in the rankings over nothing. For no reason. At least I think I remember seeing that. Then you said, stylistically, Van versus Tyra is closer than what people pan it out to be, especially with Van's great takedown defense and Tyra's chin. However, Tyra is a big flyweight, and Van is a bit too small. I think that's a good breakdown, Dylan. I think that's a pretty good breakdown. I mean, talking about Van's takedown defense, talking about Tyra's chin, like, you know, those are good points. Those are definitely good points. Tyra is a big flyweight. Van is a little bit of a small flyweight or a perfectly sized flyweight, right? Meaning he would be undersized if he ever dreamed of moving up. Where Tyra, he could move up in the future. And he would probably fit in real nicely up there. So I get what you're saying, Dylan. Definitely get what you're saying. And then Louis says, Japanese even has Oh, I read that, my bad. And then Miata Boy, the Asian sparring culture sucks. They hard spar so much, they're punch drunk by 30. Well, shit. Good thing Tyra's only 25, Miata Boy. Good thing Tyra's only 25, and hopefully there's some evolution. Right? Hopefully there's some evolution. We are way past the gym war days. We are way fucking past that. So I don't know if Japan is stuck in 1995 when it comes to that, but they shouldn't be. We are way past the fucking gym warrior days. It's all about preserving yourself for the big fight. All right? That's what it's all about. Now, to be honest, I'm hungry as fuck. I know I promised Miata Boy we could watch Neon. But I'm thinking about maybe saving this for tomorrow.
Have you been?
I'm thinking about potentially saving this for tomorrow. It'll give us some content for tomorrow. You boys did get a double stream today. So I don't want, maybe if I react to too much stuff, we could have a dry stream tomorrow. I'm thinking maybe save this for tomorrow. Oh, an hour long. Okay, let's just react to this tomorrow then. I didn't realize. Damn, 5 days ago we could have watched this a minute ago. Drop a stream yard, so let's bro out. Kevin from Chicago, what up, homie? What does that mean? Drop a stream yard. Let me know what that means. I'm not sure. Miata boy, we will watch this tomorrow, homie. It'll give us a good stream for tomorrow. Whatever breaking news happens tomorrow plus this, we'll do it. But you guys got 4.5 hours so far streaming for me today. But this looks like a good one. We got Vicente, Robbie Lawler, Gilbert Burns, Susur Kayev, RDR, and RoboCop. Okay. Sorry for the delay. If you guys got your hopes up, a link to join the show. Oh. Well, I got a Discord. Kevin from Chicago. You can join that. I've got a Discord. But I'm so bad at Discord, I don't even know how to like invite people and shit. Or like how to get the link. Oh, invite to channel. There it is. Damn, I'm dumb as hell. Okay, that makes it a lot easier. I've been going through hoops to fucking post this link in the story or in the chat. Now I got it. Okay, Kevin from Chicago. Here's the link, homie. I drop links on here when I'm going live and shit, so you can get updates. And you could chop it up with me about fight news and all that kind of stuff in there. I'll be posting some stuff for you guys to react to throughout the day. I just pinned it to the top. So the Discord is pinned. Everybody in the chat right now, if you want to join the Discord, go ahead and do that. Oh, UFC BJJ4 is on tomorrow. We got to watch that. We could watch that, Miata boy, as long as it's on YouTube. I think it is on YouTube, right? Okay, I got you. It starts at 7. Let me confirm it's on YouTube. Because if it's on YouTube, we could definitely watch it. Oh no, they're probably going to put it on regular UFC's channel, right? My bad. Okay, got you. Perfect. Yeah, we could tap into this. We could definitely tap into this. Kevin from Chicago, join the Discord. Hell yeah, homie. Hell yeah, homie. All right. So that'll be the stream. That will be the stream, boys. Okay, we did a double header today. I hope you enjoyed it. Special edition for the microphone. Okay, even though my mom bought this for me, I'm going to use it as an excuse to shout out Tuxedo Mask for all the donations, all right? All right. Shout out to everybody who watched. Dylan. Oh, Dylan said you dropping free game because the Hill vs. Joan Jacek situation got me wondering on how to deal with chicks who play hard to get. Oh, I could give you a little advice real quick. I mean, first of all, Dylan, Jamal Hill played that perfectly. Okay, girls who play hard to get, man, like, don't give them that time. Don't give them that attention unless they deserve it, right? But you need to be able to decipher, Dylan, who deserves it and who doesn't. And obviously, you want to Joan Jacek don't fucking deserve it, right? If there's a baddie out there who trying to play hard to get and she got like, you know, low body count type shit, she don't got guy friends, right? She a modest woman, a good woman, then yeah, you can go ahead and chase after her, even if she playing hard to get. But what I would say, Dylan, is never go for like never partake in this hard to get thing for these chicks who are like toxic, you know? Never do it. Never do it. In fact, if you play into that, they're not going to want you. Okay? Girls don't even know what they want, bro. Girls will complain that you don't do enough for them, you don't care about them enough, and the second you do all that, she think you're boring. She think you a simp and you soft, okay? Best believe that. Best believe that. If you listen to the women and let them steer you on how to treat them, listen, you're never going to fucking keep them. All right? They don't even, I told you before, Dylan, they don't even know what they want. They don't, bro. Okay, they be saying, oh yeah, treat me nicely, blah, blah, blah. But look how much fucking Joanna wanted Jamal Hill. You see my point? Look how butthurt Joanna is over Jamal Hill. You think she didn't want him? Because if she really didn't want him, she wouldn't have said shit, right? She would have been like, hey, what up? Good to see you. I didn't want you anyway, right? But she mad. She mad because she played hard to get and he didn't play the game. Then she double texted him and triple texted him and quadruple texted him. Then she saw him with his fucking boyfriend or with his girlfriend. But yeah, Dylan, you know, that's why I say, Dylan, you just gotta lock in with a chick who's good news. You know, these, like, let me give you another example, Dylan. Like a raver chick, a raver chick, you should only be fucking her. Don't ever wife her up. A chick who goes to raves, don't do it. There's so many modest women out there. Those are the ones you should be looking for. You feel me? Yeah, they might have a history. They might have, you know, fucked a few guys in the past, but the red flags are like guy friends, fucking going to raves, and shit like that. You feel me? Being money hungry, thinking you should take them out to a fucking 5-star dinner and shit like that. They should be okay with the lower shit first. If a girl not okay with you taking her to like on a picnic beach type shit, if that's not materialistic enough for her, then she can get lost, Dylan. That's one of the most simple ways I could say it. Miata boy coming in with the hot breaking news. Okay. Jacob, big news just broke. Holy, I just seen that Jake versus AJ has been canceled. Jake is injured. Castro, can you confirm? Bro, it sounds like some bullshit off the bat, bro. Some bullshit ass promo from Jake. Let me look into it, Miata boy. And then Saj goes, in Guru's video, he pulled up some old footage of Joanna tweaking out on Colby 2 years ago for like the same type of situation. Yeah, because Joanna's a tweaker, bro. Joanna is a tweaker, Saj. And you know, these guys just want to hit it. They just want to hit it. They want to hit the former champ. And the former champ thinks she's better than she is. She thinks her stock higher than what it is. Why? Because you got guys like Jamal and Colby inflating the market, trying to get at her in the first place. That's why I always tell you boys, don't be inflating the market. Ugly ass chicks, bro, the last thing they need is a bigger ego. I'm looking into it right now, Miata boy. And for example, to elaborate on what I'm saying with like the overinflated market, if Joanna was treated accordingly, okay, she would never think to play hard to get with a guy like Colby or Jamal. She would fucking make it a lot easier for them. But she thinks she like a catch, and she not a catch. They're just trying to smash that. And unfortunately, Dylan, some of the baddest chicks are the most toxic. And that's just something you got to navigate, homie. You got to dip your toes in the water. I couldn't give you enough warnings about that. You feel me? The baddest chicks are the most toxic. They probably going to leave you heartbroken once or twice. And you just got to dip your toes in that water and find out for yourself. And find out how to navigate that shit. You feel me, Dylan? That's actually some of the best advice I can give you. Dip your toe in that water and find out for yourself, homie. You know, because everybody navigates shit differently. I could probably process shit differently than you, right? So I could put myself in a certain situation, right, that could leave another dude heartbroken. But I process that shit differently. I view it differently. So I'm not going to be as hurt from that situation if shit don't work out. So you got to dip your toe in that water, Dylan, and you got to see how you should navigate things, how you can deal with things. Because a lot of people have different perspective. Some dudes get heartbroken if the girl they're banging on the side, or not on the side, but they get heartbroken if a dude they're friends with benefits with goes ahead and bangs another dude. You feel me? Some guys don't. You got to know which guy you are. I'm looking right now. I'm just yapping too, though, Dylan, so that's my bad. Or not Dylan, Miata boy. It's not like on the top page of X. But you're saying Yahoo confirmed it. I do believe you. I'm looking up Jake Paul right now. Miata boy, I don't know if it's true, man. If it was true, Ariel would have posted about it or something. Oh, I'm seeing it now. The Sun reported on it. GB News reported on it. Sport Bible reported on it. This was 12 hours ago, though. It's odd, Miata boy. This was 13 hours ago, but it's not breaking news. Oh, this is why. A former WBC heavyweight champion has quote-unquote heard that the fight between Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua is off. What a weird way to fucking report on something. Paul and Joshua are scheduled to meet in Miami, Florida on the evening of December 19th, with the heavyweight bout being contested over 8 3-minute rounds. Earlier this week, Paul fueled rumors of a potential postponement after he suffered an injury while sparring British heavyweight contender and former cruiserweight champion Lawrence Okolie. You know, this is probably what it sounds like to me, what I said a second ago. It's a bullshit way to promote the fight. It sounds like a bullshit way to promote the fight. If this got posted 12 hours ago, right, and Ariel's Uncrowned hasn't posted about it, then I don't think it's official. And it's not even a headline on their thing. So we won't go there yet. Yeah, Sports Bible, I got them. They got me too. I looked at it too. That's all right. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. This is what Jake Paul does to promote his fights. This is what he does. It's super sad, bro. Imagine doing that to promote your fight, faking an injury and shit like that, having to resort to that. Think about how little people want to watch you, must want to watch you, if you got to fake injuries. How about this one Jake did? Remember when everybody posted this one? Everybody thought earlier this week too, Jake versus AJ was off, right? Because everyone was posting this. Okay, everybody thought Jake versus AJ was off because Jake posted this. And you know, not fuck, but like shout out to all the dumbass motherfuckers who promote Jake's fight and buy into all of his clickbait every time. Oh, look, 15 hours ago, not long now, me versus Anthony the Giant Joshua, ha ha ha. So 15 hours ago, we chilling. But no. What I'm getting to is Jake Paul's tweet. Okay, he goes 9 a.m. EST Tuesday, major update. Had to be done. It is what it is, right? He does this to make it seem like there's something up with the AJ fight. Like there's something up with it. Right? Because nobody really wants to watch his shit. Then this was the announcement that he signed some woman to his fucking organization.
Joshua fight, we need someone big. Hey, how about Dubois? Dubois. You know Dubois, former world champion, the last person to knock out Anthony Joshua in his last fight. Hey Siri, call Dubois.
I don't know, Dubois' sister or something like that. So that's what this tweet was. Jake Paul's the most annoying motherfucker ever, and I hope you guys start to realize this shit. Okay? Jake Paul's annoying as fuck, and that's why I know his press conferences are scripted. And probably his fights are scripted too, bro. Because Jake does bullshit like this all the time. I told you guys, he hires reporters to go to his press conferences and glaze them up. He always makes bet at the press conferences because he thinks bets will go viral and get clip farmed. All Jake does is clip farm. It's super annoying, bro. It's inauthentic. You could do this, bro, but this is Jake's fucking bread and butter. Honestly, one of the things I hate most about the guy. And these reports that got Miata clickbaited, you feel me? Yeah, Jake Paul did that on purpose, homie. So you should be a little bit offended that he does that, because I am. I take it a little bit offensively. An insult to my intelligence that he doesn't think that I would be smart enough to fall for that shit. That would be stupid enough to fall for that shit. When the fight? About 2 weeks? Yeah. When is it? It is December 19th. So we got this one on December 19th, and then we got Tate versus Demore on December 26th. And then we got Teo versus Shakur January 31st. So we got some fights coming up. Anyway, that'll be the stream, boys. That'll be the stream. Thanks for everybody who tapped in for the late night solo stream to watch a couple press conferences and media days. And tomorrow we will watch UFC BJJ4, react to some of the breaking news for, whatever happens tomorrow. And yeah, if we have time, which we probably won't if we watch in UFC BJJ4, we'll watch that Neon video Miata Boy recommended. But all right, boys. Shout out to you once again. Shout out to my new motherfucking mic. Shout out to my mother for buying it for me. And I'll see you boys tomorrow. Louis said, they claim it's a rumor that might be true, kind of being vague about it. Yeah, facts. I still think this fight will be a light sparring session. Yep, 100%. Dylan, W stream and W game. I got you, Dylan. You know I just give you the realest game I can. Give you the realest game I can. All right, boys. I will see you tomorrow. Peace out.